That's Ulysses. Watch him, baby, you'll learn something.
Nothing's happening.
That's all you see?
Did I miss something?
Everything. He's fishing.
But he's not catching anything. What's the point of fishing if you don't catch any fish?
A real fisherman doesn't have to catch a thing. The joy is in the beauty of the fishing. But with some folks, it's all about the winning. That's the way she looks at life. Meet your new assignment. She's been out here every week for months now and has never said a word to anyone. She doesn't have any friends because she doesn't know how to make them.
So how we doing this fine day? Thank you. I'm doing fine myself. Never felt better.
Please, you're gonna scare away the fish.
Looks like she could learn a few things from him.
That girl has put her whole life on hold for her career. She wants to save some politician's life, be a hero, get the credit.
Catch the big fish.
That's right, baby. She thinks that once she has her big moment in the sun, then she can begin enjoying her life. But in the meantime, she's not living, just competing, always competing.
I think she'd have a better time if she fished with Ulysses. He seems like such a nice man.
Oh, yes, he is. And Ulysses is the best kind of fisherman. He's a fisher of men. And when he casts his line, he draws people to him, even those who put up the biggest fight. When you walk down the road, heavy burden, heavy load, I will rise and I will walk with you. I'll walk with you till the sun don't even shine. Walk with you every time. I tell you, I'll walk with you. Walk with you. Believe me, I'll walk with you. Baby, what do you know about the Secret Service?
Well, we perform a kind of a secret service, don't we?
Yeah, that's right. And for you, this is going to be a snap because that Secret Service is almost like search and rescue.
Almost.
Well, the difference is you wear these. Special Agent Monica, you are about to report for duty.
Marty, meet your newest member on the Hammond detail.
Hello, I'm Monica.
Well, the Treasury authorized another agent for the senator? Phelps, we got it covered. I got it handled.
That was before he won the Pennsylvania primary last night. Hammond is cleaning up all over the country. He could be the next president. Which reminds me, listen up, everybody. If Hammond gets elected, they're tapping one top agent from several field offices around the country for the presidential detail. They'd like one from here since this is Hammond's home state. No pressure, but all eyes are on you. So let's get serious around here.
Look, Phelps, I'm very serious.
Marty, it was a joke.
So, well, why another female agent? Is there something wrong with what I'm doing?
They want the best regardless of sex. You, of all people, should be happy to see her here. Give her a break and be nice. You two better get busy on the advance work for the Town Square rally next week. After the primary last night, I guarantee there'll be a major turnout. And you know Hammond, always the war hero, man of the people, Mr. Accessible.
This is a very tough assignment.
I've had many tough assignments.
I'm not talking about you. Guy Hammond's life is in my hand. It's my job to make sure that he's safe and secure at all times. Look, I don't know where you come from, but protection is a lot different from running down counterfeiters. This is a department of one mistake. You make one mistake, at best, you embarrass the protectee. At worst, you kill him. I'm not looking out for you out there. I'm watching Hammond.
It appears to me we're on the same team, Marty. Shouldn't we be supporting each other instead of tearing each other down?
Oh, look, Monica. If this little talk is tearing you down, then I have no problem telling Phelps that you're not the man for the job.
Marty.
Yeah.
Andrew?
Monica, looking good. Nice suit.
You know the guy's in forensics already? He just got here.
Andrew has done some forensic work for me in the past.
Oh, I work for you.
What do you got?
Another death threat.
Oh, charming.
Do you think it's serious?
Probably not. But as soon as you stop taking him all seriously, you start going to funerals. You update the nutcase file?
We're downloading all the data we got on this guy for the computer composite sketch.
Right.
Maybe we should reroute the motorcade for the rally.
I'm taking care of that. Why don't you check on the batteries for the radios? All right, according to the grid, it looks like we've got an access problem on 3rd and Jefferson. So we need to reverse the route and come in the backside of Fallon Street.
Excuse me, may I say something? I just checked with traffic and road conditions, and Fallon Street is still under construction.
Guess your grid just locked up, Marty.
But there's still a way around the construction. If we divert at Alston Way and come in Fallon through Oak Street, you see Oak is a one-way.
That sounds fine. All right. Why don't you check the route with Oak as our main thoroughway into the square? But nothing goes to Transpo till I approve it. That's it. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't step out of bounds.
I've been a
but-
Secret Service agent for 10 years. If you think I wouldn't have changed that motorcade route, you'd be making a big mistake. Did you check the radios?
Looks like you've got the Secret Service's equivalent of KP duty, baby.
I don't understand, Tess. I was right about that route. You should have been happy that I pointed it out.
Oh, baby, she looks at you and she sees herself several years ago. Eager and smart, competent. And she's afraid you're going to be too much like her and steal some of her light.
But I don't want to steal anything. I want to help.
You keep that attitude. You will get your chance.
Old General's been part of the lore, this fishing hole, since I was a little fella.
Is that right?
Never knew if it was for real or not. Till now. Oh, Ulysses, you're doing great. Good shot, man. Good show.
Here you go.
All right.
Yeah.
That was Old General. You threw him back.
Well, look at her. She speaks.
Why did you release that fish?
Why would I want some big old stuffed fish on my wall? Big old glassy eyes staring at me while I'm trying to watch television.
Well, it's a prize catch. I mean, like my father used to say, anything but the biggest fish is just a fish. He would have put Old General up on the wall so people could see him.
Well, I threw him back so everyone could have the dream of catching him. The excitement of reeling him in. Maybe even you.
What about all the excitement? Having everyone gather around you cheering. I mean, if it were me, I'd be celebrating. I'd be popping some champagne or something.
Well, I don't have any champagne. But I got some history-making bait. And I'd be happy to share it with you.
Drop it. Drop it. Drop that bar!
Good morning, Marty. You know, sometimes you have to give things a little encouragement to get what you want. Please, Mr. Machine.
Please, Mr. Machine? And she's guarding the next president of the United States. This is very scary.
University of Virginia, yes, sir, that's for me. Hi.
Spartan straying into the crowd. Area not clear. Spartan is open.
Thanks for coming out.
Stay here, watch his back.
We don't need any more foreigners taking our job.
Thank you.
I think we might have a problem.
You hear me? We don't need these buzzballs in our country. I work hard for my money.
Gun!
Senator Hammond, I'm so glad you're all right.
Well, barely. What the hell happened out there? Someone shot at me. I don't like that.
Senator, in the future, if you want to go into an unprotected area...
Marty, the point is he should be able to stroll through Central Park if he wants.
I know that. Senator, I'm sorry. But when you went into the crowd, there was this really angry man yelling. There was something wrong. I got a glimpse of him. He was going nuts. I think he might have been a decoy.
He could have been a guy with a bad day at work. Point is, you were looking at him while the real shooter put a gun in my face.
Well, maybe I should have been up there, too.
You were watching his back, and that's where you were supposed to be. You saved his life. And she saved your butt.
Well, you people figure out what went wrong. This will not happen again. I want to live to be president. I think y'all could learn a little something from her.
I was just doing my job, sir.
That'll be all for now, Monica.
Monica's not working out.
You're right. We certainly don't want any Secret Service agents saving candidates' lives.
She's a grandstander. She could bring us all down. And I don't want anybody costing me my chance at the presidential detail.
The only one getting in the way of you and your dream job is you. You had tunnel vision today. You wanted to make that save so badly, you forgot about the man you were trying to save. You want that White House job? Then do this one. Now get out of here.
So I get called on the carpet and chewed out, while my alleged partner takes all the credit for the save. Just doing my job.
Miss Wings, you shouldn't have.
I didn't.
Funny how two people can see the same thing so differently.
It's funny how two people can see the same thing so differently.
I like that man more and more all the time.
Come on, Ulysses. What's there to see differently? She undercut me in front of my supervisor. I worked long and hard to make my name mean something.
Well, I don't see how you can do it. All that pressure.
I like pressure.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm cutting your line. You snagged out there on the rock.
No!
No?
Look, my father always told me, Marty, you either fish or you cut bait. Let's just get one thing straight. I never cut bait.
Sometimes, Marty, you just gotta let it go. Now, a true fisherman knows when to cut bait. So your daddy called his little girl Marty. What kind of name is that?
What kind of name your dad gives you when he really wanted a boy? What are you doing here?
Another death threat.
Yeah, I want you to take a personal message to that hero that wants to be president. Tell him that it's a long, dangerous road from the DMZ to DC. He better start looking out for some friendly fire.
Yeah, that's the same voice I heard. And if that's the guy, that guy in the dark glasses, well, at least we know he wears a ring. It's not much, but it's all we have. And we can't stop till we get him.
Or until he gets Guy Hammond.
So, you get that problem at your job straightened out?
Yeah, I think so.
You did.
It's been a week full of big events, though.
Pull your line back. Pull it back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's it. That's it.
I guess my mind's just not here. Everywhere I look, I think I see the face of that wacko.
You get him, man. 'Cause I like Guy Hammond. He's a good man.
Yes, he is.
You know, I'd like to meet him someday. Just say, go get him. Just, you know?
I think I could make that happen.
Do you have one of those candy bars you carry with you?
Yeah, sure. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm a diabetic. I need sugar. Every now and then. Oh. You know, sometimes just getting through the day is a big achievement. Now, of course, you're different. You're still looking for those big prizes. That big stuffed fish to put on the wall.
Well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with getting a little praise now and then?
Nothing. Especially if your daddy never gave it to you when you were a little girl.
I don't want to talk about him.
Okay. Okay. Me, I'm at the stage in my life when all I want to do is count my blessings. Be grateful for the little small moments of life. You know?
My daddy didn't bring me up that way.
I know. Your daddy brought you up to celebrate achievements. Yeah. If it was me, I'd have taught you to celebrate life.
Margaret would love it if you took her fishing.
I don't think so. I mean, she's a girl. She should be doing girl things. Look, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. I want to try again. I'd like to have a little boy.
We don't need another child. You barely spend any time with the one you've got. Come on.
But a son is different. I mean, a boy you can fish with. A boy you can throw the ball around with. You know, he can carry on the family name.
Oh, Art, this is insane.
Don't get me wrong. You know I love her.
And she loves you. She wants to spend time with you.
Don't you think she'd love a little brother?
I don't know, maybe eventually, but not now.
What's wrong with now? I mean, it's a perfect time.
Because she needs you now.
Because she's perfect.
And when I look at the difficult issues dividing this nation, I'm reminded of Benjamin Franklin's chair. There was a sun painted on it. And after the Founding Fathers finished hammering out the Bill of Rights, Franklin announced, "Only now am I finally convinced the sun is rising, not setting. Let's keep the sun rising on this country of ours."
Thanks for coming.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for your support.
It's going to turn our country around. Hope to see you at the
Great
inaugural
speech.
ball.
Absolutely. Nice to meet you, Senator.
Thank you very much for coming.
Senator, it's an honor. It's an honor. There are so few real heroes these days.
Well, thank you, sir.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Thank you. Thank you for your support. It's going to turn our country around.
Send them back where they came from! You hear me?
Good job, Marty.
Come here!
Man down. We need an ambulance.
Ulysses! Hang on there. Hang on, Ulysses. Come on.
According to police sources, there's a probable link between last week's assassination attempt on Senator Hammond's life and the one that took place this evening as he was celebrating his biggest victory to date. In a fitting display of the candidate's philosophy on equality, it was a female Secret Service agent who saved the senator's life and captured the suspect that the FBI and Secret Service had been tracking since this campaign.
I'm sure he's going to be all right, Marty.
As far as the
Excuse me, was I off the day you got your degree in medicine?
His vital signs were strong when they took him. That's always a good sign.
Yeah. Excuse me. We're looking for Ulysses Dodd.
Oh, after hours, it's the family only.
I'm a friend.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, because he's going to need one. Maybe I can make a little exception in this case.
Hey. Just a flesh wound. Those doctors exaggerate more than fishermen. Congratulations. Understand you're a hero now. Oh. Well, what?
No.
What?
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Thought you could use this about now.
Hey. Thanks. Oh, Ulysses. This is Monica.
There's nothing I like more than meeting a pretty lady. Unless it's a pretty lady with a candy bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ulysses Dodd.
Now, what's wrong with a little bit of chocolate?
Nothing, unless you have a big case of diabetes. Are you ready for your insulin?
Now, do you have this under control? Hey, you told me you have this under control.
The doctor says I'm checking out tomorrow.
So, Sunday. You bring the bait, I'll bring the bubbly.
Well, now, all I need is a beautiful smile. Come on. Come on. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
You, see the Post this morning?
I glanced at it.
You're a lot more photogenic than the guy who made the save on Reagan.
Well, if I'd been a guy, maybe they would have printed my name.
That chip on your shoulder. Doesn't it ever get heavy?
Me and my chip have been doing just fine all these years.
Well, there's someone over there who'd like a word with you and your chip.
You walked out of there so quickly last night, I didn't get a chance to say. Great work, Agent Miller.
Dillard, sir. Special Agent Dillard.
This morning's polls went through the roof, and you played a very important role in that. Let's face it, an assassination attempt plays on people's sympathies. Your dramatic save was gold for us. My people want to put you more up front. How do you feel about being lead agent in the presidential detail?
It would... Thank you, sir. It would be my honor.
Congratulations, Marty. I know it's what you've always dreamed of.
Well, you better believe I couldn't have done it without a really good support team. Thanks, Monica. Hey. You seen Ulysses?
Not since Tuesday.
Huh, that's funny. He said he was gonna be here. I wish my passport picture looked that good.
It's a good picture. So what you celebrating?
Nothing without Ulysses. Here. Cheers.
This doesn't make sense. He was just fine.
Well, that's what he wanted you to think. But the trauma he suffered the other night complicated his condition.
Well, he can't die from diabetes, can he?
Well, it's not just diabetes. His kidney is shutting down. The man is fishing in dangerous waters.
Well, what's next?
If we don't find him a new kidney pronto, he's not gonna make it. You see, the problem is the waiting list is a mile long. If something doesn't show up soon, it will be too late.
Could I be alone with him?
Sure, baby, but he may not wake up.
It's all right.
Is there nothing we can do?
It's not up to us, baby. It's Marty's choice. Ulysses needs a friend, and she's the one he needs.
But I think... Are you talking about Marty donating a kidney? Tess, she'll never do it. She's got too much to lose.
She thinks she has too much to lose, but she has no idea what she'll give up if she doesn't save Ulysses.
And what about the senator?
Oh, there are many people willing to give their lives for the senator. But only one can save Ulysses. Honey, you have to go now.
How much time does he have?
A day, maybe two. It's gonna take a miracle.
primary's gonna put Hammond over the top tonight. You think? This does not look like the joyful lunch of someone who's about to start heading up a presidential detail.
Can I ask you a really weird question?
Shoot.
How many kidneys does it take to be on the presidential detail?
I can't wait to hear the punchline to this one. How many?
How many?
What are you talking about? You know how many. If you want to pass your physical, you got to have 2 of everything. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 kidneys.
All right. I know.
So why are you asking me this?
Never mind. The odds are 1,000,000 to 1 anyway.
Now, I'd think that those are exactly the kind of odds that you'd like.
Hey, Ulysses.
Who's that?
It's me. It's Marty.
Oh, good. Good. You can help me. I was just laying here thinking about my epitaph.
Don't talk that way.
What do you think about this one? Gone fishing. Hey, what's the matter?
Oh, life's not fair.
Not fair. Well, I can't say I have anything to complain about. What's gone and done to you now?
I got the promotion to the presidential detail.
Well, we knew that. So why the tears? It's supposed to be wonderful news.
I don't know what to do. I've always known what to do, and I don't know what to do.
Whoa. Slow down. Slow down. And tell me what's wrong.
The doctor says that I'm a close enough match to give you a kidney.
I see. I bet that makes it a little hard for you to get your dream job. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tough decision. Tough as deciding which lure to use, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that.
One, listen to me. I've lived a good life. You gotta live your life. It's time. No, I'm not gonna let you go. Throw away your dream. Okay?
I'm sorry.
Sorry? Be sorry? Be happy. Happy for the time that God gave us to share together. To become the friends we were meant to be.
You know, there's still a chance. They're still looking for another kidney.
I'm not worried about it. Don't you be. Say, don't you have a victory party to be going to securing?
Yeah, the polls don't close for another hour.
It don't matter. I already know who the winner is. I'm looking at him.
You're right, baby. She does have a lot to lose. And it's up to you to help her realize just how much.
And with 35% of the precincts reporting, there seems to be no doubt that Senator Guy Hammond is on his way to a landslide victory tonight. And on the local scene, with a hotly contested contested 5th district seat. It seems to be
I like the sound of that. I want to thank you all sincerely. Thank you for your support. And I hope to see each and every one of you at my inauguration. There's someone here I know I'm going to see a lot of in Washington. Secret Service agent Marty Dillard. Marty, there has been a call just recently from the Oval Office inquiring about Marty. I have already appointed her leading agent of my detail, but I have a feeling Marty is going to beat me to the White House. Let's hear it for Marty Dillard.
It's quite a night.
Oh, Monica. I didn't hear you.
I know you seem pretty preoccupied.
Yeah, I'm all right. I was just about to get back.
Oh, there's no rush back. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, you have the inside scoop. See, I'm getting back to my post.
I know that you're torn, Marty. You finally achieved the attention you've always yearned for with the promise of more to come, but it's not so easy anymore, is it? Everybody wants you, the president, the man who could become the next president, but there's someone else who needs you more.
How do you know? I'm here guarding the senator, and all I can think about is Ulysses. I finally made a friend, and now I'm gonna lose him.
Who told you? God.
Oh, come on, Monica. Give me a break. I've got a lot on my mind. My friend is sick. He's dying, and I've got a job to do.
So do I, Marty. I'm an angel.
No, you're a Secret Service agent. Well, you were before you lost your mind.
Yes, I am an agent. Sent from above with a very special mission. Not to protect a presidential candidate, but to watch over you.
Let me get this straight. You're an angel. God has sent me my own special angel, and a woman. Why?
God made us all in his own image. There are no second-class citizens, Marty. No minorities. No human being is greater or lesser than any other. We're all the same in God's eyes.
Is that what you came here to tell me? All creatures great and small? I learned that one in Sunday school.
That was a long time ago, and you may have forgotten. And you may have forgotten the most important lesson of all. That God loves you. And you don't have to do anything to deserve his love.
No, but I have to do something to earn it.
No, that's a lesson your father taught you. And you've spent your whole life trying to please and impress him.
I thought that maybe if I became a hero.
Even though he's gone, the world might love you the way he never did.
Yeah.
You can stop trying, Marty. Your Father in heaven has always loved you. And he was very glad that you were born a girl. In fact, he made sure that you were, and he's very proud of you.
So God wants me to give it all up. The attention and the glory, and save an ordinary man?
I can't tell you the answer to that.
Well, if you were an angel, you'd know what I'm supposed to do.
I'm just an angel, Marty. I'm not God. But if you ask him, he will help you find the answer. And he promises that whatever it costs, your choice will be the best thing for everyone.
Hey.
Hey. Hey. So, how'd they bite?
You'll find out soon enough for yourself.
No. Yeah.
got some good news for you.
You caught him. You caught old General. You snagged him. Go, girl. Ouch.
No, but you have snagged yourself a big old healthy kidney with your name on it. It says here that the donor wants to remain anonymous.
You mean somebody wants to give me his kidney and I don't get a chance to thank him?
Well, it seems that's the way he wants it.
You believe that there's some good people in the world?
People who don't have to blow their own horn to hear the music.
Okay. I have to go now.
You gotta what?
But I'm glad I was here for your good news.
Oh, well, yes, that's right. You forgot. You got that presidential detail.
Now I've got something much, much more important. Top secret.
Security stuff.
Believe me, I will be with you every step of the way. Right?
Dr. Rose to the pharmacy. Dr. Rose to the pharmacy, please.
I don't know if it's against hospital rules, but I had a feeling you could use one of these.
Thanks. It's good to see you, Monica. It's good to see you too, sir.
Well, I wish I could say the same.
Excuse me?
No one cleared any of this through me. I arrive in front of 10,000 supporters in Richmond, and there's a stranger standing there guarding me. I'm not going to let you off the hook this easy.
Sir.
I came down here personally to tell you to take all the time you need to recover so that you're in tip-top shape when you join me in Washington.
I'm sorry, Senator Hammond. I'm afraid I can't take the job. I've just given a friend a kidney, and I'm going to be leaving the agency.
I can pull strings. I'll find you something on my detail.
No, I'm afraid I've made other plans.
What are you going to do?
Get myself a life? I don't know for sure, but I know that I'm going fishing.
Sure you won't change your mind?
Yes, I'm positive.
Well, you still are my hero.
I might be your hero, but my hero's 2 doors down the hall.
Hold on. Okay. Look at that, it's old General!
Yeah, easy. Yeah. I knew you would. You know, he's gonna look real great on your wall.
I think he looks better out there.
I still think it's a pity that Ulysses is never going to know who saved his life.
That's all right, Andrew. We know.
What's that you got there, baby?
Nothing. But they sure are biting.
What is that?
A marshmallow.
You're trying to catch a fish with a marshmallow?
I'm not trying to catch anything. I'm just fishing.
Good for you.
So what's the good in fishing if we're not trying to catch anything?
We've got to catch him up, baby. Beauty is we got all day.
And that one's an elephant.
Where's the trunk? You gotta have a trunk to be an elephant. Looks more like a pot-bellied stove to me.
That one looks just like a submarine.
Submarine sandwich, maybe.
Everyone sees something different in a cloud, Tess.
Because people project all kinds of things on a big piece of fluff. They love to put heroes way up above them, like a cloud.
But there are some real heroes, like the pilot of that plane, Scott Walden.
It's a dangerous thing to put your assignment up on a pedestal, Angel Girl. Humans have a way of slipping off of them and landing right smack dab on their patooties.
Patootie? Well, I suppose then you could say we're in the pick you up off your patootie business, huh?
Well, you could say that.
Well, you know, Tess, Scott's patootie seems just fine to me, as a matter of fact.
Don't say that anymore. Just don't.
All I'm saying is look at the life he lives. You know, he flies medical supplies to rural hospitals without charging a penny. He serves meals at the local soup kitchen twice a week. And just last week, when he heard that his neighbour couldn't afford to fly down to her own son's graduation, he flew her there himself. He's a good man, Tess. What does he need an angel for?
Good works do not necessarily make a good man, and good angels ought to know that.
Look at that. Scott and Jeremy took a patient from the nursing home out for an airplane ride. Scott told me he'd rather be helping somebody else than...
Are you listening to me? There is a storm coming. I don't know in which direction it's coming from, but it is coming. And you better bundle up. When you walk down the road, heavy burden, heavy load, I will rise and I will walk with you. I'll walk with you till the sun don't even shine. Walk with you every time. I tell you, I'll walk with you. Believe me, I'll walk with you. Cyber Susan? What kind of name is that?
It's a computer handle. Sort of a code name so you can send people messages on the internet without anyone knowing who you really are.
So you don't actually know Cyber Susie, huh?
Nope. She could be a 20-year-old teacher from Phoenix or a 90-year-old grandma from Palookaville. That's the beauty of email. Total anonymity.
What a world. You push the wrong button and you might just erase all your friends. Huh?
This stupid thing won't work.
Won't if you don't untangle your lines.
I got most of them.
Then most of your chute will open, and most of your body won't look like buttermilk pancakes when you hit the ground.
If you want to jump out of airplane someday, Jeremy, you can't take any shortcuts. You've got to pack your own chute so that you know it's going to open for you when you need it. Isn't that right, Tess?
That's right, because nobody graduates from my class to that plane without doing it right. Have you ever heard of ground rush, Jeremy?
No, ma'am.
Well, it's when you're free falling in the sky and you look down and the ground is rushing up faster than you can imagine. You don't want that happening long. You want your chute to open all untangled so you can enjoy the view. You can do that. Come on.
Come on, let's try it again.
Well, look at you. I never knew a wrench and a pair of coveralls would make you so happy.
Hey, Tess, you didn't know I was so handy with a pair of wings, did you?
Well, you're one surprise after another. Now I've got a surprise for you.
Did you know that Scott coaches Jeremy's soccer team and he tutors adult reading classes at the library?
You are not listening to me.
It's great to see such a happy family. You know, I can't imagine what they need an angel for, let alone two.
Make it 3.
What?
Got a little grease right here. Don't look now, but Andrew's coming.
Andrew? What's he doing here?
Well, seeing as he's an angel and all, I assume he was sent by God, like you were sent by God. Remember that? You're the angel, not Scott.
Come on. A twin-engine plane slips across the border at night with no flight plan. What are they supposed to think? I mean, the only way you can make this look more suspicious is if you painted the word smuggler on the side of the plane.
Can't you just tell them it was a mistake?
I forgot is not exactly a compelling legal defense, Scott. Guys, the FAA take their flight plan rules very seriously. And their friends in immigration and drug enforcement and the customs on both sides of the border, the U.S. and the Mexican, they tend to like them too. Tony, what were you thinking?
It was an accident. I wasn't paying attention.
They are going to have a lot of questions. And we have got to have exactly the same number of answers. Or you're going to go down, Tony. And the owner of the plane is going to go down with you. Now, guys, whatever is said here is protected with attorney-client privilege. But just tell me so I can help you.
Okay. The truth is,
it was my fault. I told Tony he could take the plane up anytime he wanted to after work, build up his hours. He said he was going up that day, and I told him I'd file the flight plan for him, but I plumb forgot. I'll take full responsibility.
All right. If that's what happened, then I think I can clear this up pretty quickly. So where do you keep your TAC records and your logbooks?
in the office.
Let's go.
You in some kind of trouble, Scott?
No, I guess I just stepped on somebody's red tape a little bit, that's all.
They sure do love talking to people on that computer.
Yeah. You don't have much choice. With the economy being so lousy everywhere, I've had to drag them all over the country with me. Ever since we hooked up together 6 years ago.
Seems like you and Jocelyn were made for each other.
She's a gift from God.
Those are the best ones. If you could do anything different in your life, I mean, well, you know, improve things, what do you think it would be?
There's only one thing in my life that's missing right now. And I've been putting it off for a long time. Maybe it's okay now. Maybe it's time to do the right thing.
It's always time to do the right thing.
I'm gonna do it.
Great. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna fly Jocelyn down to Mexico and marry her. And the sooner, the better.
Wow, that's a lovely idea. Yes. I had no idea, Tess. I thought that Scott and Jocelyn were already married. They seemed like such a perfect couple.
They seem like a lot of things.
Well, he has it all worked out. He's going to fly Jocelyn down to Mexico for the surprise wedding. You know, that must be it. You see, I had a feeling that I was sent here to help Scott make this decision, and for once, my job was easy. I've helped create a family.
You got a feeling. You got a nose and 10 toes and a cute little mole right there. Do you depend on them for your marching orders, too? You better change channels, Miss Wings, and make sure you're tuning into the real thing.
I don't know how I let you talk me into this.
I can't wait to see the look on Jocelyn's face.
I wish you could see the look on yours. I don't think you get it, Monica. We're in the middle of an assignment here, and you're acting like you're the president of somebody's fan club.
Well, maybe that's what angels are sometimes, you know? I mean, sometimes we do have to deliver a serious message. Get your act together. God wants to help you straighten things out. But sometimes, maybe we're just here to say, great job. Keep up the good work, fella.
I wish I had your confidence in the guy.
Well, you're his lawyer. You're supposed to believe in him.
But there's something not right about Scott's explanation of that Tony Portino incident.
But didn't you say everything was okay with that?
Yeah. I think he's holding something back.
Ready?
Watch your step. Step up.
What are you guys up to? It's not even my birthday.
You're gonna love this, Mom.
We're almost there.
Scott didn't invite any guests.
These don't exactly look like the dearly beloved types.
They're not.
Agent Bradford, FBI. William Grunwald, you're under arrest for murder.
What? This is not funny. Scott, what's he talking about?
I don't know. My name is Scott Walden. I don't know who William Grunwald is.
Yeah, well, we got a warrant that says otherwise. Excuse us.
Scott?
Mr. Wonderful has got himself a problem.
They've got the wrong.
Why is this happening?
It all goes back to when Tony went joyriding in your plane. Government grabbed it, they searched it for fingerprints, and yours ended up matching this Grunwald.
You gotta get me out of here.
This is a murder charge. There's no bail. And even if I could talk it down, you're a major risk to run. This warrant is 18 years old. It's out of my hands.
Andrew, please.
There's nothing I can do. They are going to run a final fingerprint analysis. Now, if it matches...
It won't match. They got the wrong man.
You seen Jocelyn?
Yep. She's pretty shaken up.
Would you tell her that I love her? This is all a mistake and everything's gonna be okay.
Sure.
Ask him, Andrew. Ask him. He'll tell you.
Are you William Grunwald?
I don't know who that is.
Good. Is Tony William Grunwald?
What are you talking about?
Tony Portino. He borrows your plane, it comes back, and William Grunwald's fingerprints are inside of it. I mean, why was Tony really in Mexico?
What difference does it make?
I know that you are protecting Tony, but you have got to let me protect you.
Tony's younger brother is dying of cancer. Poor kid doesn't have much time. So he begged to see his parents one more time. Tony has been trying to get permission for his parents to come to this country, but he keeps getting tied up in red tape. And his brother keeps getting worse.
So Tony flew to Mexico and he brought his parents into the country illegally.
He'd already flown him back. Customs got him. He was coming back across the border.
Do you see what kind of a man he is?
All right. So, how did Grunwald's fingerprints get in your plane?
It's got to be a computer mistake.
Andrew, they've got the wrong man.
I wasn't even in New York City when the murder happened. I could prove it if I could just get out of here.
For now, you have to be patient. And if the prints don't match, you've got nothing to worry about.
Scott Walden is actually William Grunwald from New York City. He's been dodging a murder warrant for years. Killed a high school kid during a fight. Any of this ring a bell?
Scott's not from New York City. He's from a little town near Niagara Falls. He's taking us there next summer.
Good, you can send him a postcard. Those prints we found in his plane, those are the first traces of William Grunwald we've had in almost 18 years.
But Scott wasn't even in New York City 18 years ago.
Oh, you mean he told you he was innocent?
Yes. And if you knew what a wonderful man he is, then he'd realize how wrong this whole thing is.
Look, I'm not trying to be insensitive here. You see a wonderful man, I see a guy who's a poster child for a fugitive profile. Always on the move, no documentation, no paperwork. Everything in his life is disposable.
You're wrong.
Doesn't matter. One way or another, he's on a plane back to New York City by the end of the day.
Well, Scott is innocent. You have to believe that.
I want to. But what that agent said was true. All of those characteristics describe Scott.
Yes, but they could describe a lot of other people, too. You have to have faith in what you know and who you know.
That's the question. Who do I know? Scott never talked very much about his past, except to say that he was an orphan. I always thought that was why taking care of Jeremy was so important to him.
You know that he loves you both. He wants to make your family whole.
I thought our family was whole. I'd already been married once to Jeremy's father. It was a very unhappy time in my life. So, a ceremony was never really that important to me. I thought it was just a piece of paper and it didn't really matter. But maybe Scott knew exactly what he was doing. If he lied about one thing, he may have lied about everything.
You know he didn't lie about his love for you or his love for Jeremy.
I'm trying. It's hard.
Jeremy, playtime is over. Where are you? Jeremy?
Hey, what are you doing here? This is my secret hiding place.
I won't tell a soul.
Yeah, well, when you see this tire laying on the ground, it means do not disturb.
I got it.
Is Scott back?
Not yet, honey. Are you all right in there?
Yes, ma'am.
I brought you a little something to help you pass the time.
Wow, my favorite. Scott gets me these when he flies to Phoenix. How'd you get it?
Well, I have my connections in the superhero world.
Scott used to be my hero. I don't know anymore.
Well, maybe you don't need to know right now. You stick with the truth. And the truth is, Scott loves you, and you love Scott. And you don't have to be a superhero to do that.
You've got the wrong guy. Why won't anyone believe me? I'm innocent, and I can prove it, I tell you. What have you done?
I'm giving a good man a fighting chance. Andrew, he said if he could get out, he could prove he was innocent. They wouldn't even listen to him, and they were taking him away before he had a chance to do it.
This is not our call, and you know it. Now, there are rules here, laws that we're supposed to follow, whether we like them or not.
I understand what you're saying, but I believe in my heart that I did the right thing. Scott Walden is not William Grunwald. Surprise. The final fingerprint analysis is in. Scott Walden is William Grunwald. Well, just because they're the same person doesn't prove that he's a murderer. Monica, believing in the guy is one thing, but helping him to escape police custody, that's not just illegal, it's wrong. Jocelyn, have you heard?
Yes. The fingerprints match.
He said he was innocent and that he can prove it.
Give it up, Monica.
No.
And there were witnesses, Monica. There's an explanation, all right. Scott did it.
Oh, Jocelyn, don't give up on him now, not when he needs you the most.
It all makes sense. Why we moved all the time. Why he never opened a checking account. Why he never wanted to marry me.
But he was going to marry you. That's what the surprise was, a trip to Mexico.
Mexico. Of course. No blood tests. No birth certificates. No questions.
I don't believe it.
I do. God help me, I do.
Jocelyn? Tess?
Sit down, Monica.
Please, let me explain.
Sit down. You're about this close to being pulled off this assignment.
But I have to help Scott prove that he's innocent.
You're supposed to help the man face his life, not run away from it. But you decided that Monica knows better than God, and you've turned him into a hunted fugitive.
He's not running. He's on his way here.
I don't care where he's going. He's still running. I don't know why, neither do you. But I do know this much. The man's been running for 18 years, and thanks to you, he's still running.
But when I find him...
You're not finding him, Miss Wings. I'm giving you a direct order. You're not to help that man escape justice in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You got that?
Yes.
You got that?
Yes.
I just hope we're not too late.
I need you to open up that storage closet for us.
Why? There's nothing important in there.
Then humor me. The sooner you open it, the sooner we'll be gone.
See? I told you there was nothing interesting in there.
All right, I'm gonna leave a couple of deputies here tonight. You see anything, you let them know. You okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
What's he doing here?
He works here.
You know anything I should know?
I wish I could help you, but I can't.
Must have been a bum leave. We had this place buttoned up.
Your plane's been pre-flighted, but it was too risky to refuel. You're a little low.
How low?
You have enough. Just follow the Tombstone BOR. Slip under radar at Bisbee and mark your charts. And of course, you gotta shoot.
Thanks, Tony. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you, man.
Why are you running, Scott? You didn't kill anyone.
Monica.
You said you were innocent. You said you could prove it.
Monica, the truth is, I did kill him.
Come on, man. You gotta go. I'll take the truck.
Monica? Monica! Monica, where are you? You just let the man get away again.
Monica? Monica? Well, I have an eternity. I can wait.
Hello, Sam.
Hello.
I must be in awfully big trouble if they sent you.
Yep.
He lied to me. Sam, he told me he was innocent, but he's a murderer, you see, and all the time I thought...
I know what you thought, Monica. I know what you felt. I also know what you've done. But I don't think you know that yet.
I helped him get away.
That was bad judgment. But what you've done is much worse, Monica. Something so serious that your existence as an angel is threatened. You lied. The officer asked you a direct question, and you lied to him.
Well, I didn't really lie.
You didn't really tell the truth either. Of all the gifts God could have given an angel, he gave you the gift of telling the truth. And you didn't use it.
I was just trying to help Scott, Sam. I was just doing my job.
Our job is love, and truth is our stock in trade. I mean, if an angel from God utters one single untruth, that angel no longer represents the Almighty. God is the truth, and anything that is false is not of him. Now, you're walking a very dangerous line here, Monica.
I thought Scott was different.
You know the problem with making humans into heroes, that when they eventually act like humans, we're so disappointed. And that's not really fair to them, is it? No. I think you know where you have to go.
How long will I have to stay there?
No. You'll know. But remember, Monica, this is not a punishment. This is a lesson. We all learn them because God is good enough to teach them to us.
What is this? What's going on?
I'm an angel, Scott. And I've been sent by God to help you.
You lawyers sure think highly of yourselves.
How else would you explain my presence here, Scott?
Okay. So, does this mean I'm gonna die? Is this my punishment for running again?
God sends angels for many reasons. Sometimes it is to help with death. Sometimes it's to help with life.
And this would be... which?
This would be life.
Well, tell him thanks. I don't need him showing up now. If there is a God, he bailed out too long ago.
No, Scott. God did not bail out on you. You bailed out on him. And you bailed out on the truth. You didn't trust God or man to handle it.
God knows the truth.
Of course he does. He knows everything, Scott. That's what makes him God.
What's this? We've got a fire. We're gonna have to jump after. Where's your parachute?
I don't have to jump, Scott. You do.
Please, please help me, God. I can't die yet. Please. Please, God. Monica?
Scott? What are you doing here?
Well, I don't remember landing. Where am I?
This is God's country.
Yeah, well, pretty well fits with the rest of my day. I just jumped out of a plane right after my cockpit caught fire, and my lawyer told me he was an angel. I don't expect you to believe any of it, but...
I do believe you, because I'm an angel too.
You're an angel?
I think. Well, I hope that I still am.
You seem kind of depressed for an angel.
Well, I might be relieved of my duties.
Where does an angel go when they're not angels anymore?
You don't want to know. A place far away from God, far away from the truth. A place where lies live.
Oh, boy. It sounds like my address for almost 20 years.
What really happened, Scott?
If I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
It doesn't matter what I believe. What matters is that you face the truth. What is the truth?
I have a sister, Karen. When I was a senior in high school, she was a freshman. I was voted most likely to succeed. But she's the one that really deserved it. She had a smile like sunshine. She's so smart, and she's so pretty.
Go on.
The night of my senior prom, she was so excited because she had a date. Her first date. A guy named Brian. We were on the football team together. I thought he was a good guy, but I was wrong. Raped her. He raped my baby sister.
I'm so sorry.
There's a place way out on Riverside Drive, near the bridge. All the kids used to go there. So when I saw Brian's car there, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't want to seem like overly protective big brother, but I didn't see any harm in just going over and saying hello.
So I walked up to the car. And that's when I heard her screaming. I tore the door off that car so fast, Monica. And then I just went crazy. I didn't want to kill him. I just wanted him to stop.
Why didn't you tell all this to the police?
Because all the kids were jumping out of their car to see what was going on. All they saw were two guys fighting. One guy going down. I tried to explain, but I saw the look in Karen's eyes. She was terrified. Terrified that I was going to tell. You see, back then, people wanted to always blame the girl. She got raped, probably because she was asking for it somehow. So it wouldn't have been just me, it would have been me and Karen up on trial. So I ran away. Because if I told the truth about what happened that night in that car, Karen's life never would have been the same.
Her life was never the same anyway, Scott. Except not only did she lose her innocence, she lost her brother as well. And you lost yourself in 20 years of lies. And I almost lost myself in one too. You see, every time we ignore the truth, we ignore God. Because God is the truth. And when it's not true, He doesn't want to have any part of it because he can't. You see, it's just not who He is.
I always thought I was doing the right thing.
So did I.
Well, what do we do now?
We ask forgiveness. We ask for truth. Will you pray with me, Scott, and ask Him to take away our lies? Here we are. Your child, Scott, and your wee angel, Monica. We are sorry. We are so sorry. Please forgive us. We are falling. Lift us up. We are frightened. Comfort us with your peace. We are lost. Come and find us, Father, please. Here we are. There He is.
Grunwald, you are one slippery character.
You too?
Mm-hmm.
I'll pronounce you
husband and wife, you may kiss the bride.
Hold it. You didn't bother to look for him for 18 years. You can sure wait 2 more minutes till they finish their business here.
When I get back, I'm gonna look into buying a house, planting some trees.
Better be some mighty big trees after all we've been through, huh?
The biggest.
Kind of a tough time, huh?
What did you do, Scott?
Something happened a long time ago. Something terrible, and I'm responsible for it. I thought it'd just go away if I didn't look, but the truth doesn't go away. It keeps coming after you until you turn around and face up to it. So that's what I'm doing now.
So, you're in trouble because you lied to somebody?
No. Much worse. Somebody died. Something happened, Jeremy. I got angry. So angry, I lost control of myself. You remember when Tess was telling you about ground rush? Being in a free fall with the ground coming at you faster than you can imagine? Well, that's how I felt that night. I got so angry, I couldn't see what I was doing. So I just ran away. But that didn't help, because everything spun out of control. It's time to pull that ripcord and stop that free fall. You know, the thing about truth is, it doesn't change. It doesn't go away, no matter how fast you run. I want you to remember that, okay?
But is it still okay if I call you Dad?
You better, Bob. Is that my sister? Karen?
I think they're gonna be all right.
Count on it.
Yeah, thanks to my stellar legal advice.
Stellar?
Don't you get too big for your wings, Angel Boy.
Speaking of wings,
Are you ready?
Yeah! You two go ahead. I'll catch up with you later.
Oh, come on, Tess.
I don't think so.
You've never done this before, have you? You taught everyone else, but you never did it yourself.
Besides, what are you worried about, honey? It's not like you're gonna have a bad landing. I just don't feel the spirit leading me in this direction.
Now that wasn't so bad, was it, Tess?
I think something just flew up my nose. Ah! She likes it. I told you she'd like it. Crud bars, gummy gophers, and sugar-coated yuck-yucks. Whatever happened to candy corn?
I hate Halloween. It gives death such a bad reputation.
Actually, I'm not that fond of it myself.
How is the Angel of Death supposed to compete with this kind of propaganda? I mean, this starts when they are kids, and by the time they're adults, they really do believe that death is something scary. Like it's some evil, dark, gruesome horror show. It makes me want to cry.
Have a crud bar, Angel Boy. You gonna tell him the real reason you don't like Halloween?
No, Tess. I'd rather not discuss it.
You can't just not discuss it, or you'll end up like your new assignment.
Who's he?
Why is it when people look at an old face, they never see the child inside?
Is that Leonard? The little boy that was afraid of the dark. I wondered what happened to him.
Oh, he went on to live a full, rich life. He became a famous writer. He still has a lot of stories to tell, but there's one he'd love to forget. And you're the only one that can make sure that he doesn't.
Oh, no, Tess, I'd rather not.
Oh, yeah, baby, you're going back. He needs you, and you need him.
Well, can't another angel handle this?
No, because if you don't handle it, the Angel of Death will have to.
October 30th, 1938. Every time I think of that night...
You blush.
Whoa. You mean this happened on Halloween? Great.
It was the night I first met Leonard. The night that I first worked with Tess. It was the night that the Martians landed.
When you walk down the road, heavy burden, heavy load, I will rise and I will walk with you. I'll walk with you till the sun don't even shine. Walk with you every time. I tell you, I'll walk with you. Walk with you. Believe me, I'll walk with you.
Did you hear the doorbell?
Yeah, I'm old. Old people don't hear so good.
You're not old, you're just ornery.
Sent them to medical school. Right away, they got all the answers.
You shouldn't smoke. It's bad for your heart.
Well, so's living.
Dad, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
I don't want to meet anybody. Come on, I met JFK, I met Hemingway, I met Audrey Hepburn.
Dad, this is Monica.
Hello.
You look so familiar.
Do I?
Yeah.
Well, I meet a lot of people in my line of work.
Monica's your new nurse.
It's wonderful to meet such a great writer, Mr. Pound. I can't wait for your next book.
Well, don't hold your breath.
He hasn't written a word since Mom died.
You know, you look more handsome than your book jacket. Is that the Pulitzer Prize? And look, there's the very pipe you were smoking on 60 Minutes.
I don't need a nurse. I don't need a cheerleader, okay?
Yes, you do. He forgot to take his pills last week. He ended up in the hospital. You ever take your pills today, Dan?
I'm going to take them before I go to bed, all right?
Don't worry. I'll remind you.
Well, you be careful. My bite's worse than my bark.
You'll get used to him. Before I go, let me check your heart, okay?
You can't hear what's going on in my heart. Nobody can. You're supposed to be a practicing physician. Go practice on somebody else, would you? Come on.
Come on, Daddy. We're gonna miss all the good candy.
Amy, show Grandpa how pretty you look.
Daddy.
Give Grandpa a nice big hug.
Daddy.
Come on.
Penny.
I'm Amy.
Oh. Come on, sweetheart. Let's go, sweetheart. Let's go trick-or-treating. Want to walk us downstairs?
Sure. I'll be right back.
Perky. Can't stand a perky person.
Grandpa doesn't like me.
Well, he loves you, sweetheart. He's just not himself lately. Why don't you go wait in the car for me?
Bye-bye, Amy.
Goodbye, you sure are a pretty nurse.
And you're a lovely wee angel. Looks like no one lives here.
Yeah, my mom died a year ago. Dad kept thinking she'd beat the cancer. Ever since, he's just retreated to his own little world upstairs. He won't let anyone in, won't take his pills.
It's hard to find the right medicine for grief.
You know, at the funeral, he just stood there. Didn't shed a tear. It's been like that ever since. It's like his heart is frozen.
Looks like I have my work cut out for me.
Well, here's his medication and my beeper number. Oh. You don't mind answering the door?
Of course not. I have it under control.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay.
Monica, please, please don't make me.
Andrew, they're just little children.
You mean those gruesome little specters of death?
How especially like wee Frankenstein and his lovely bride. Hello, Leonard. Are you ready to take your pills?
Yeah, I never let nurses take care of my wife. I took care of her all by myself till the day she died. Her name was Grace.
That's one of my favorite names and states.
Yeah, we would have been married 50 years this spring.
You must have a lot of wonderful memories.
What good are they? Everything good in me died with Grace.
Are you gonna open that door?
I can't, Tess. It's too insulting.
It doesn't become the angel of death to whine.
Tess?
And what is your problem, Miss Wings? You're supposed to be up there, not down here.
Leonard wants to be alone.
Nobody wants to be alone.
I don't know how to get through to him.
Well, you might try taking him back to a time when he wasn't alone. And I think you know the night I'm talking about.
He doesn't want to remember that.
Neither do you.
But you've got to, Angel Girl. This memory will do you both a lot of good. Now, you've got to keep knocking on that door, and you got to keep answering that door.
Trick or treat.
Great. Okay, pal, who do you think you are?
I'm Death.
Oh, really?
You gonna give me my candy?
Yeah. You'll get your candy, but first, I think you and I need to have a little chat.
Leonard, it's time for your pills.
Oh, all right. Listen, it's getting kind of chilly. Could you get me a blanket or something?
Sure.
Yeah. Satisfied?
That's such a beautiful comforter.
Yeah. Grace made that. Yeah, she used to sit by that old radio there with the knitting needles, just going clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Oh, has Master's voice. I haven't seen this little dog in a long time.
Yeah, what was his name? Skipper, Gipper, or something?
Nipper.
Nipper. How would you know? You weren't even born.
I've been around a lot longer than you think. Do you mind if I have a listen?
It hasn't worked in years. How did you do that?
The Broadcasting System and its affiliated stations present Orson Welles and the Mercury Theater on the air in The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells.
The War of the Worlds. It's an old radio show. I hadn't heard it since I was a little kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, the director of the Mercury Theater and star of these broadcasts, Orson Welles.
We know now that in the early years of the 20th century,
a slight atmospheric disturbance of undetermined origin is reported.
Stop fooling with that, Jimmy. I want the news.
Oh, come on, Grandpa. It's Halloween. Let's hear something scary. Unless it's gonna scare little scaredy cat, Leonard. I'm not a scaredy cat. Oh, yeah? Then how come you still sleep with the flashlight? That stupid ray gun under your pillow. You'll be sorry when the invaders come from outer space.
Stop fighting, boys. There's enough trouble in the world already.
Don't worry, Grandpa. Little Buck Rogers here can lick those Nazis. He's not afraid of anything, except the dark. Am not ourself. Am not ourself. Am not ourself.
All right, stop your shenanigans. I don't want you upsetting your daddy before he has to go to work. Now, let's put on some nice music.
The touch of the Spanish, Raymond Raquello leads off with La Comparsita.
They played that song at our wedding.
May I have this dance?
Watch this. Aw, jeepers.
Shh. You look beautiful.
Remember that night? Doesn't seem like that long ago, does it?
Hey, give me back my ray gun!
Hey, Jimmy, come on. Jimmy, give it back right now. Come on.
Hey, what's this? Come on now. Big boys don't cry. Come here. Look at me. Hey, come on now. I got a surprise for you.
Wow, a Buck Rogers decoder ring.
Yeah, I got one for me too. That way we can send each other messages. Always be in touch. No matter what.
Macmillan University reports observing a total of 3 explosions
Give me a
on planet Mars between the hours of 7:45 p.m. and 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This confirms earlier reports received from American observatories. Now, nearer home, comes a special bulletin from Trenton, New Jersey. It is reported that at 8:50 p.m., a huge flaming object, believed to be a meteorite, fell on a farm in the neighborhood of Grover's Mill, New Jersey, 22 miles from Trenton.
Grover's
The flash in the
Mill?
sky was visible within
That's
a
just
radius
down the
of
road.
200 miles, and the noise of the impact
Yeah, I better
was
get
heard
over
far
there.
north as Elizabeth. Give you a word picture of the scene as soon as he can reach there from Princeton. In the meantime, we take you to the Hotel Martinet in Brooklyn, where Bobby Millett and his orchestra.
It's
are
probably
offering a
just
program of dance music.
some kids with some 4th of July fireworks.
Or Martians.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Carl Phillips again, out at the Wilmus Farm, Grover's Mill, New Jersey.
I don't want to listen to this.
Well, I hardly know where to begin.
What's wrong with this?
Maybe someone thinks we should hear it.
Well, not me. It was hard enough the first time.
I guess that's it. Yes, I guess that's the thing directly in front of me.
I was
Half
so
buried in a
scared
vast
that night.
pit. Must have struck with terrific force. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's something I haven't mentioned in all this excitement, but it's becoming more distinct. Perhaps you've caught it already on your radio. Listen, please.
I don't hear nothing.
Do you hear it? It's a curious humming sound that seems to come from inside the object. I'll move the microphone nearer. Here.
Oh, come on, Mom. That's kid stuff.
Now, we're not more than 25 feet away. Ladies and gentlemen, this is terrific. This end of the thing is beginning to flake off. The top is beginning to rotate like a screw, and the thing must be hollow. Move it!
Martians.
It's the Nazis. That Hitler's a madman.
Better call Tom.
Look off! The top blew! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most terrifying thing I've ever witnessed. Wait a minute. Someone's calling someone or something. I can see staring out of that black hole through luminous discs. The eyes might be a face, might be almost but heavens, something wriggling out of the shadow like a gray snake. Now it's another one, and another one, and another one. They look like tentacles to me.
Stormtroopers. They got big black helmets and long gray coats.
I can't get through.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's indescribable. I can hardly force myself to keep looking at it. It's so awful. The eyes are black and they gleam like a serpent. The mouth is
Don't cry, Jimmy.
With saliva
Big boys don't cry.
Those quiver and pulsate, and the monster or whatever it is can hardly move. It seems weighed down by possibly gravity or something. The thing's rising up now, and the crowd falls back. It seems plenty.
I still can't place you.
I can't find words. Well,
Would you excuse me a
with me as I talk. I'll have to stop the description till I can take a new position. Hold on, will you please? I'll be right back in a minute.
We are bringing you an eyewitness account of what's happening on the Wilmot Farm.
You going somewhere, Angel Girl?
Tess, I am not the right angel for Leonard. If I couldn't help him in 1938, how can I help him now?
Well, who says you didn't help him?
How could I? I wasn't even a caseworker then. I was just getting my feet wet in Annunciations.
You certainly made a splash.
I was only supposed to deliver a simple message. Fear not.
Come on, kids. Go.
Fear not. It took me 2 years to pay this off. I'm not letting any Martian take my sacred sword machine.
It's stuck, Mom. It's stuck.
Everyone, stand back.
Mom, the garage door.
We won't need it anymore. Get in.
Fear not.
Fear not. Fear not.
Mom, you almost hit that lady.
They all thought it was the end of the world.
Well, for one little boy, it was. You better get back upstairs, Angel Girl. And remember one thing. Fear not.
We continue now with our piano interlude.
What's wrong with this thing? See, it's stuck. Stuck.
Mom, what are we gonna
Ladies
do
and
about
gentlemen,
Dad?
I've just been handed a
I don't know,
message that came
Leonard.
in from Grover's Mill by telephone.
I don't
One
know.
moment, please. At least 40 people, including 6 state troopers, lie dead in a field east of the village of Grover's Mill.
Oh, my
Their
God.
bodies burned and distorted beyond all
Tom?
possible recognition. The next voice you hear will be that of Brigadier General Montgomery Smith.
She was so sure my father was dead. But she never cried in front of us. Just tried so hard to be brave, to be strong.
Just like you.
She didn't know what to do or where to go. Funny where we ended up.
Daddy!
In a church.
I love my daddy.
It don't seem right bringing a gun into church.
Won't do you no good. They've got death rays, them Martians. Used them to blow up New York City. I had a brother in New York City.
Gotta send a message to Dad. Don't you get it? He's dead. No, he's not. He can't be.
This time we take you
I want to go find Dad. You stay right here, Lenny.
The Secretary of the Interior.
Okay, folks, it's the Secretary of the Interior on the radio.
Citizens of the nation, I shall not try to conceal the gravity of the situation that confronts the country, nor the concern of your government in protecting the lives and property of its people. However, I wish to impress upon you, private citizens and public officials, all of you, the urgent need of...
Where are you going? None of your beeswax. Who are you supposed to be? Buck Rogers? I'm an angel. My mom wanted me to be Shirley Temple, but I was Shirley Temple last year. Yeah, we'll go back to your mom. I don't know where she is. I was at an apple bobbing party. That's why Mrs. Carmichael brought us here. She says it's the end of the world. Look, I gotta go. Can I come? No, scram.
In the meantime, placing our faith in God, we must continue the performance of our duties.
Where was
every
God
one
when the Martians killed my husband?
Where is God?
That's right.
Right here where he's always been. Why is it that you have the power to believe that there are Martians, but you don't have the power to believe that there's a God that really exists? A God who loves you and has never forsaken you.
Well, we heard the Martians on the radio. Sullivan Broadcasting System.
Do you believe everything you hear? Is there one person in this church that has actually seen a Martian? Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Sing, glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Sing it again. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching. Put some feeling in it. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Fear not.
It's a Martian!
Speaking from the roof of Broadcasting Building, New York City, the bells you hear are ringing to warn the people to evacuate the city as Martians approach. Estimated in the last 2 hours, 3 million people have moved out along the roads
Oh, God.
to the north. Hutchison
Leonard?
River Parkway is still kept
Are you
open
okay?
for motor traffic.
Leonard, your pulse.
Floyd bridges to Long Island, hopelessly jammed. All communication with Jersey Shore closed 10 minutes ago. No more defense.
Tessa, he won't take his medication. He doesn't want to remember. How could this be good for him?
The memories are the medicine, and it wouldn't hurt for you to take a spoonful either.
You were in such a dither that night, and I felt about yay high.
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing?
I'm an angel sent by God.
Don't tell me God sent you. You're from Search and Rescue, aren't you? Aren't you?
Yes, but I'm on loan to Annunciations.
Have you ever heard the expression, fools rush in where angels fear to tread?
No, ma'am.
Well, add it to your repertoire before you rush in next time and upset the whole celestial apple cart.
I was just trying to help people.
You just run along down the road and see if there are some animals who need help, like a lost lamb or some stray cows. Let's see how you handle that, angel girl.
That was the first time you called me angel girl.
Little did I know.
Monica, Monica.
Go on, angel girl.
A bulletin is handed me. Martian cylinders
Will you turn that off?
falling all
I
over
can't
the
listen to
country.
it anymore.
Well, I don't want to remember, please.
St. Louis seem to be time and space. Now the first machine reaches the shore. He stands watching, looking over the city.
I don't understand.
Steel's cowlish head is even with the skyscrapers. He waits for the others. They rise like a line of new towers on the city's
Why is
west
this
side.
happening?
Now they're lifting their metal hands. This is the end now. Smoke comes out, black smoke drifting over the city.
Hi. What are you doing here? You shot me. How come I'm not dead? It only works on Martians. You're just a dumb girl. Not as dumb as some of the people in there. They all think the sky is falling. Huh? You know that story where Chicken Little thinks the sky is falling and all the animals think it's the end of the world? Ducky Lucky, Goosey Lucy, Henny Penny. That's my nickname. Penny, I mean. I wasn't named after Henny Penny or anything. Look, I gotta go. What's your name? Leonard. Sure is dark out there, Leonard. Yeah. It's got fresh batteries and everything. I use it to make my halo shine. Okay, come on. But I get to hold the flashlight.
Okay, Father, I'm waiting here for guidance. Patiently.
Ha! Moses was patient. Job was patient. You, not patient.
I beg your pardon.
You gonna snap the head off every angel you meet today?
You're an angel?
Just a sec. I've got a card in here somewhere.
I never saw you at roll call.
Lifesaver?
No, thank you.
Little peppermint halos. Ah, here.
Your name is Dottie?
You surprised?
What department are you with?
Etiquette. I'm here to help you improve your manners.
And just what's wrong with my manners?
I got a list in here somewhere. But for starters, you're supposed to be a heavenly being, not a holy terror.
You're not talking about little Miss Fear Not.
Her name is Monica, and someone up there's got big plans for her.
No.
She's going places, and you're going with her. It may be difficult to see right now, but you and Monica will make a great team. The perfect match, like bagels and cream cheese. Some things just go together.
She will drive me crazy.
Then you do the driving. Just remember one thing. God always has a plan. Come on. Try one.
Little halos, huh?
Peppermint.
Look! Over there!
Correct, Duell, calling St. Joe. Correct, Duell, calling St. Joe, New York. Anyone on the air? Is there anyone on the air? 2X, 2L. Isn't there anyone?
I'll bet we're practically the last two people on Earth. No, my dad's out there. I gotta find him. You think he's okay? He's gotta be. He's a state trooper. You're lucky. My dad died last year, but I still talk to him every night. How? Well, I pray. He's the one who gave me my nickname. Said I was his penny from heaven. Now that's where he is. I guess that's why he wanted to be an angel.
Don't know what I'm doing wrong. I guess sometimes you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time, even though you mean well. That's a lovely wee bell. I'm sure someone will hear it and come and find you. Looks like we're both a little lost. Hey? Just remember, God loves you. He really does. And he always helps us find our way.
I don't know where we are. You mean we're lost? Yeah. Are you scared? No. How come boys never say they're scared, even when they are? Leonard? Do you see that? You think it's a Martian? Look, Benny, I don't know what it is, but before it gets here, let's make a pact. Like Buck Rogers did in The Marauders from the Red Planet. I never saw that. If one of us doesn't make it, the other must carry on. How do we seal it? We have to kiss the Buck Rogers Dakota ring. Okay. Stand back, Penny. I'll protect you. Look! Penny! It's not the Martians. It's a police car. Dad! Dad! Where's my dad? Where are we going?
Leonard, there's been an accident. Oh, I wish there was another road home.
Out of the barn because he didn't want the Martians to get. Then I heard that it was just a damn radio program.
Dad! Dad!
Leonard, what is it? Where are your pills? What have you done with your pills? Leonard! Leonard, where are they? Where are your pills?
Listening to a CBS presentation of Orson Welles and the Mercury Theatre on the Air in an original dramatization of The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Performance will continue after a brief intermission. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
What's happening?
But I'd hate to see him die like this.
Here they are.
Those pills will not help him. I told you what he needs.
No, Tess. He can't listen anymore. The memories are too painful.
No, baby. This memory will take away the pain if he has the courage to face it one more time.
Leonard, try to remember. Just one more time, please.
Yeah.
I'll help you.
No! No!
always be in touch, no matter what. No matter what. No matter what.
What's the matter with you, Angel Girl? He needs you.
But you told me.
Now I want you to hear me and hear me good. It wasn't right for me to speak to you that way. I don't say this very often. We just got off on the wrong foot. We could stand here all night trying to figure out how many angels it takes to dance on the head of a pin. But that's not going to help that little boy. His daddy is dead, and he thinks it's the end of the world.
Why me?
Because what he needs, you've got.
And what's that?
2 things. A shining spirit, and yours truly to back you up. Now go on, Angel Girl.
Fear not.
I'm not afraid. Who said I was afraid?
No one. But you do seem a wee bit upset.
You talk funny. Are you from Mars?
If there were Martians, don't you think that God would have created them just as he created everything else in the universe? And that he would love them just as he loves you?
If he loved me, then why did he let my dad die?
I can't answer that.
Then what good are you? Go away, just go away.
But I want to help you.
I don't want your help, I want my dad.
Oh, but I...
Just go away. Just want to be alone. My friend, his name is Leonard. Thanks.
I couldn't help him.
The story isn't over until it says the end.
I'm not gonna cry, Dad. I'll be a big boy. But I'm afraid, Dad. I'm afraid. I don't know what to do. Go ahead and cry, Leonard. It's okay to cry.
Ah, she was an angel. Such an angel.
And there's one here right now, Leonard.
What was you? You were there. Who are you?
I am an angel sent by God. I couldn't help you then, but I'm going to try to help you now.
I don't want you, I want Penny. Penny from heaven. I fell in love with that smile. First time I set eyes on her.
Penny was her nickname? She grew up and
I married her.
Oh, now I understand.
Understand what?
Oh, Leonard, God had a plan. He always does, but sometimes people forget. Sometimes angels do too. But you see, if I had helped you that night, you and Penny would never have spent your lives together. She needed to help you then, so that I can help you now.
But she's gone now. There's nothing you could do.
I can help you remember. You had a pact. The promise that you and Penny made to each other that night. You said, if one of us doesn't make it, the other one must carry on. And you sealed it with a kiss.
She's the only girl I ever kissed.
And just as Penny was there to help you grieve for your father, so now I am here to help you grieve for her.
Oh. Tell me how.
Just cry, Leonard. It's okay. It's okay to cry. Sometimes all an angel can do is cry.
Congratulations, Dad.
Hey.
Daddy, you promised to tell me a story.
Amy, come here a second, sweetheart. Come on. Come on, don't be scared. Yeah, girl. Now, look, Grandpa's got something for you here. Something very special. Sure?
What is it, Grandpa?
Well, that is a secret decoder ring, and you use it when you want to send secret messages.
Like what?
What did he say?
That's a secret between Amy and me. Now, look, sweetheart. Grandpa just finished writing the story. Hey, you want to hear it?
The sky is falling.
Oh.
What does that mean, Grandpa?
Well, once upon a time, long, long ago.
And to think all these years, I thought I had messed things up.
Turned out to be your first shining moment. Sometimes, the only way to get the right perspective is to let enough time pass. Fine wine only gets better with age. Why don't people understand it's the same thing with all of God's children?
Tess, how old are you?
No, tell us. Are we talking centuries or millennia?
Have you ever heard the expression, fools rush in
where angels fear to tread?
First met. You were standing right here with your trail map upside down.
And you almost ran me over with your mountain bike?
I think I knew then.
That?
You're not making this easy.
I never do.
Allison, will you marry me?
You're not making this easy.
Isn't it romantic, Tess? Another match made in heaven.
Well, God is not a matchmaker, baby. He's a matchkeeper. Kevin and Allison, that's your next assignment.
Both of them together.
Well, together is exactly the point. Love brings people together, baby, but it doesn't always keep people together.
This ought to be easy. They're a perfect match.
That's what Kevin thinks. And that's what Allison is afraid of.
The easiest assignment I ever had. But there certainly is a lot of to-do before you get to I do. Picking the perfect flowers, picking the perfect menu, picking the perfect cappuccino.
Excuse me?
I threw in a cappuccino bar, no extra cost.
Well, everything is lovely. It's a job well done, baby. Except that monstrosity that's in my face all the time. Put that thing down right away.
Can't help it, babe. Camera loves you.
I put you on this assignment to help. Now, if you want to get back on casework, do not irritate the supervisor.
Let's see. Everything's checked off. Orchestra, food, ice sculpture, flowers, bridesmaids' dresses. But I can't help but feeling that there's something missing.
Well, probably is. Every wedding has glitches.
Humans have glitches. Angels don't. And whatever it is that you've forgotten, you better remember, angel girl. Because when an angel thinks something is missing, it's usually something big. And in your case, two people's happily ever after depend on it. When you walk down the road, heavy burden, heavy load, I will rise and I will walk with you. I'll walk with you till the sun don't even shine. Walk with you every time I tell you I'll walk with you. Walk with you. Believe me, I'll walk with you.
This veil's gonna look great.
I think I'd be better off with a blindfold.
Oh, pre-wedding jitters, honey. Everybody gets them.
Monica, there was like a million people out there already. I mean, there's probably going to be a parking problem. And Cousin Marie wants to know if there's any lemon in the cake. She's allergic. Can you fix my bell?
Sure. There are 150 guests, and 2 guests per car. That's 75 vehicles, 86 parking spaces, and no, there's no lemon in the cake. Peggy, I probably should mention to you that it's the maid of honor's job to attend to the bride's gown during the ceremony.
No problem. I'll just go get some paper towels.
Remember, you're marrying Kevin and not his sister.
What's this?
I wore these pearls at my wedding. I don't know how you'd feel about wearing them. I just wanted to give you the option.
These were yours?
Your father gave them to me.
Maybe not.
That's okay.
Oh, here, let me do that. Really, I'm used to it.
Thanks. Is there anything else you can think of that I might have forgotten?
Nope. Allison, you?
You've done a great job, Monica.
I've got to admit, I wasn't a big fan of the wedding coordinator idea, but you guys haven't missed a thing.
If Kevin's parents ask me about it, I'm not gonna lie.
They won't ask.
Did you know about these before you agreed to marry into this family?
They're a gift from Kevin's Aunt Augusta.
Oh, no. Not Augusta Abernathy. The Augusta Abernathy?
Hello, come on in. Hello, Harriet. Oh, my folks are really excited to meet you.
Thank you.
Oh, you look great, both of you.
You must be Harriet.
Diana, what a pleasure.
Welcome.
You did tell them my father is dead. Because if anybody mentions my father, she'll absolutely freak.
Oh, they know. Relax.
To the happy couple, and a hearty welcome to our new family. May this be the first of many, many happy occasions we all celebrate together.
Cheers.
Huh?
Oops.
Oh, good. Here they are.
Here, who are? Well, Kevin, this is your first present from Mom and me. Now, Allison, I know that you wanted to have a simple little wedding, but however, sometimes even a simple little affair can get complicated.
Here they are. Your wedding coordinators.
Oh, no, what have you done?
Team matrimony?
The hats were her idea.
So, basically then, we're all in agreement that Tess and Andrew and myself will take the plans of Kevin and Allison and the Abernathy's plans and, of course, Harriet's plans and somehow coordinate them all into a beautiful, smallish feeling, but elegant, intimate extravaganza. Any questions? Yes.
What am I gonna wear? Because I am the maid of honor, you know.
Well, I have these swatches. Let's see what we can find in a stain-resistant fabric.
There's just one more thing. Location.
Well, we were thinking about that little chapel up in the hills.
That is definitely a way to go. Of course, there is L'Amour.
Oh, no, not Villa L'Amour.
We couldn't say no, darling. She is your only aunt.
Aunt Augusta.
She's got this place, a very big place she bought with all that money from her romance novels. It's very romantic.
L'amour, l'amour, toujours l'amour. Love is in the air, ladies. Oh, there is nothing like a wedding. Suddenly everything has wings. Peggy, dear, tummy in, shoulders back. Oh, there's a love. I know you. Marie, isn't it?
Monica.
Oh, of course it is Monica. One of my favorite names and one of my favorite heroines, Monica de Maupassant. I killed her off in Love's Paradise. Strangled by Francisco. No, poisoned by Antonio. Well, whatever. Welcome to Montville-les-Morts. Allison, may the bonds of wedlock forged in my home be forever unbroken in yours. Oh, my dearest Allison, what a vision you are in that.
It was my grandmother's.
And I was married in it, too.
Oh, well, there you go. Where would we be without tradition?
Pardon me, if everything is under control here and it so obviously is, I'll just go and double check the guest list.
Oh, well, you haven't forgotten anyone, have you?
Can't imagine who that could be.
Oh, good. Now, let me see, what did I come up here for? Oh, Allison, darling. Max, my groundskeeper, the tall, thinnish fellow, ran over to your Kevin's house, which I suppose is really yours now, to pick up his suspenders. Personally, I prefer a good vest, but there's another story. Anyway, good old reliable Max decided to bring the mail along, too. There's nothing here, really, just solicitations, a late invitation or two, and... Oh, clumsy me. It's blue. What is it? Looks like some tax business. Something from the city. We'll save this till après la honeymoon. N'est-ce pas? And Peggy, a fashion magazine, darling. Look and learn.
You know, we haven't sufficiently thanked you for your generous hospitality, Augusta.
Oh, anything for love.
Mm-hmm. I wish I knew what it was that I'm forgetting.
T-minus 10 minutes. I'm counting. I am getting some great stuff here.
I can't believe how many people turned up who didn't RSVP. Is that not considered rude?
I'll tell you what's considered rude. What did I tell you about that thing? I better set up another table for 20.
Monica, I've been looking for you everywhere.
What did I forget? The boutonnieres? The place cards?
No, it's not you. The minister told me Allison hasn't given him her vows yet.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it. You know, I think it's lovely that you two decided to write your own vows. Vows. Groom, check. Bride, to come.
Thanks.
So you still can't remember what it is, huh?
Oh, and I'm not supposed to forget anything. I am an angel. The wedding party is lining up, and the minister needs your vows.
I just don't know what to say in these vows. I mean, I love you forever. Nothing lasts forever. How do I make a promise like that when I don't believe it myself?
There are no guarantees when a couple decides to get married, Allison. It's a leap of faith.
Faith in what? My mother had faith in my father. Look what happened.
What did happen?
My father left my mother. He left me. He ran away with his secretary. How pedestrian can you get?
Have you forgiven your father?
I told you.
Much alive, and so is your anger. How can you write vows of love with so much hate still lingering in your heart?
Hi. Could you come downstairs with me, please, Monica? Guess who's coming to the wedding?
Hello, may I help you?
Hi, I'm Stan Miller. I'm Allison's father.
Allison? I thought you said your father was dead.
Yes. As far as I'm concerned, he's been dead for years.
I better let the minister know there's going to be a short delay.
My God, look at you. Look how you've grown up.
What are you doing here?
I got an invitation. I thought you wanted me here. I thought maybe you might even want me to give you away.
Why? Why would I send you an invitation? When you walked out on this family, you gave me away.
Honey, shouldn't we be going down? Everybody's already seated. Oh my God, Stan.
Hello, Harriet.
Please leave. You are not welcome here.
Listen to me. This is my daughter's wedding day, and I would very much like to walk her down the aisle.
I'm walking her down the aisle.
You've already made a joke out of one wedding in this family. Isn't that enough? Either you leave, or I will.
Excuse me.
Apparently he did get an invitation, but he's not on any of my lists, and he's not on the RSVPs.
Well, you've got your to-do list, and I've got mine.
Tess, you didn't. Oh, Tess. You have just ruined my wedding. This father was not part of the plan.
Your wedding, Miss Wings. And for your information, he is a part of the plan. So you can stop worrying about your wedding and get your little angel butt back into the fray. Allison cannot start a new life until she finishes the old one. Now, I'll handle things down here. I'll break open the champagne or something. Andrew, follow me.
Hi, Miss
Monica, I'm the wedding coordinator.
Monica. I'm sorry about all this. I really thought my daughter wanted me here. You know, I mean, what father doesn't want to come to his little girl's wedding?
Of course, I'm sure that every father wants that.
Harriet and I had a bitter divorce, and Allison was a terrible casualty of that. But I'm here now, and I'm just trying to do the right thing, you know? And I guess it was too much to expect her to forgive me. I never should have come, and whoever invited me made a big mistake.
Maybe not. As a matter of fact, whoever it was knew exactly what they were doing, I imagine. Please stay, Mr. Miller. Somebody obviously thinks that you should, and maybe you should find out why.
Scoundrels, all of them. But don't cry, darling. It could be worse. I mean, Scarlett Pomerantz in Fly the Wild Rose was not only surprised by her dead father at the wedding, but he also turned out to be the Earl of something, who was the very blackguard who sold her cousin into slavery after the duel. Good heavens, what a corker. Oh, Kevin. Now you've seen her. We all know what that means, but we must press on. What did you do? Climb up that balcony? There's hope for you yet. I'll be downstairs if you need me, darlings.
Why did you tell me your father was dead?
Because he is to me.
I thought we had the kind of relationship where we shared everything.
Relationships like that only exist in your aunt's books.
What is happening to you? I mean, we're getting married in a few minutes. Aren't we?
Now, this is the most exciting wedding that I've ever been to. I mean, Allison, your father is very good Uh-oh. I'll just...
Allison, I know your father must have hurt you very much. But I won't. I promise.
I know. I know.
Dear, thank you. My dear, people are starting to talk. You are the wedding coordinator, for heaven's sakes. Please coordinate something.
There are a lot of people waiting. I think we should get the show on the road, don't you?
We are not talking about a trained poodle act here. We're talking about people's lives. And it's time that we stop worrying about the show and got to the substance. Now, don't worry. We're professionals. We can handle this sort of thing. I'll think of something.
The day he moved out, I was standing on the sidewalk watching him put all his things in his car. And I was just confused. I kept watching so many things I loved being stuffed into the trunk of that car. Somehow, even then, I knew that I would never see them again. My father's books, my father's fishing poles, my father's briefcase, my father. And just before he got in his car, he knelt down on the grass and he handed me a letter. And he promised that he would write to me every week. I never got another letter. Not one, Kevin. He made a vow, and he broke it.
Excuse me. I just spoke with your father, Allison, and he asked me to tell you how sorry he is.
What he really wants is for me to let him have his big fatherly moment in the spotlight.
Sometimes the act of forgiving is not something you do for the other person, but something you do for yourself.
She's right, Allie. You have to let it go. Not for him, for yourself, for us. Sometimes promises get broken. Why don't you just forgive him?
I'll ask the minister to give us a few more minutes. Again.
Can't you just compromise on this one? Can't we just put this all aside for now and just get married?
I can't. I have done nothing but compromise on this whole wedding. Now you tell me to just take the pain and put it aside? That's the Abernathy way, isn't it? The show must go on.
Are you saying you can't go through with our wedding because you can't forgive your father? What if I told you I can't go through with our wedding because I can't forgive you for lying to me about your father?
Those two things are not the same.
No, they are. It's about trust. Trusting the person you love. I love you, Allie. I believe in you. And do you trust me or don't you trust me?
I'm scared, Kevin. I'm scared that maybe I can't.
If I can only promise you one thing, it's unconditional love. If I can only give you one thing, it's unwavering trust. If I can only share one thing with you, it's all my days on earth. Those are my vows to you.
I haven't written mine yet.
If you're having such a hard time coming up with your wedding vows, maybe all this isn't about your father at all. Maybe this is really about how you feel about me.
That's just what my father would do. Twist things around so he's the victim.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
By the old, not the new, but the old. Not the river, but the stream. Not the second, but the first.
So, you ready?
The wedding is off.
Well, as we all know, the reception usually follows the ceremony, but today things have been just so topsy-turvy. And the important thing is the caviar is cold, love is in the air, and who knows, we may even still have a wedding. Kevin, Allison, darling, I just know you are watching this on your 25th anniversary, laughing and drinking champagne out of those crystal monkey goblets I gave you. Oh dear, I've let the cat out of the bag. Well, l'amour, l'amour, l'amour.
This is going to work out, right? I mean, there is going to be a wedding.
It depends. Do you remember what you forgot?
No.
I'll give you a hint. Ask the answer.
Ask the answer?
I've known her all these years and she pulls this?
Kevin, honey, you've mentioned that she's had a problem committing in the past. Maybe if you just went and spoke directly to her.
I did, Mom. I read her my vows and she just sat there blinking at me like I was reading her the phone book or something. I was looking at this woman I was about to marry and I didn't even recognize her.
Look, son, it's just a case of cold feet. These things happen all the time.
All the time? When? Whose wedding have you seen where the bride just can't seem to make it down the aisle with the man she supposedly loves?
Kevin, your father and I had an argument on our wedding day. Didn't we, Mark? Tell him.
We had a real doozy. Your mother and I have had our ups and downs. It's healthy in a marriage. Keeps the spark alive.
We've had our sparks.
If you really have your doubts, you don't have to go through with this. Whatever decision you make, your mother and I are behind you all the way.
Maybe I'm crazy, but it seems to me when a wedding's been called off, the place for the mother of the bride is with the bride.
I just saw her father go in to talk to her, and I have nothing to say to him.
For several months, I've been watching you and your daughter, Mrs. Miller. And there's no question in my mind that you love this child with all your heart. Now, it's up to her whether or not she walks down that aisle. But we both know it's not going to happen as long as she keeps walking down the wrong path. The one you put her on. The one that fed her anger instead of her love. Tell your baby the truth, Harriet.
I've gotten used to not having you around, you know.
Allison.
It wasn't easy. It took time, but I did it. I hardly think of you at all anymore. Of course, the fact that we never heard from you again made it easy, so I suppose that I should thank you.
Oh, what are you talking about? What do you mean you never heard from me?
He wrote to you, Allison. Every birthday, every holiday. But I threw them away.
What gave you the right to do such a thing?
I don't understand.
I was all alone. I was afraid.
Afraid of what?
Afraid that you couldn't love both of us, that you'd have to choose one or the other, and it wouldn't be me. And I wanted to hurt you, Stan. Oh, God, I wanted to hurt you as much as you hurt me. So when that first letter came, I tore it up, and I kept on tearing them up. I thought that you'd stop writing after a while, but the letters kept coming. And after the first year or so, tearing them up didn't feel so good anymore. But by that time, I didn't know what else to do. If I'd let the letters through, you'd have found out what I had done. I didn't want you to hate me.
I had no idea I hurt you so badly, Harriet. No idea.
It takes two people to ruin a marriage, Stan. You made your mistakes, but I made mine too, and I was wrong.
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
Allison, sometimes, even when people love each other very much, they can do strange and terrible things to hurt each other.
You never loved each other. You said you did, but you didn't.
Allison? Allison, your mother and I, we loved each other once very much, and it was a good, strong love.
Kevin, I know you're angry. I just talked to both my parents and I think they're insane.
You're just figuring this out?
I hope you don't think this is about you. I love you and I'm sorry that I'm putting you through all of this. I'm so confused. I used to think that my dad was the villain in my life. But my dad did write to me. My mom tossed the letters. Can you believe that?
Knowing that he wrote must make you feel better. He kept his promise, Allie.
Yeah. But my mom broke hers.
Obviously, they both did what they did out of love for you.
Well, if that's love.
Oh, come on, Allison. Even when you know people love you and care about you and they've proven that you can trust them, you won't. It's time, Allie. It's time to trust again.
I want to.
Then do it. Are you gonna marry me? Are you gonna trust me? What's it gonna be?
I guess this is it.
You look so beautiful.
I'm not sure I'll ever be ready to give you away, you know. Your dress is something old.
Your ring, something new. Your earrings are borrowed from me. You forgot something blue.
Peggy.
I can run and get you something.
No thanks. We've already broken every other superstition today. I don't think something blue will make any difference now.
Actually, I'm not big on superstition myself.
There she is.
Something blue. I wonder if that's what I've forgotten. You know, I just can't think what it is that I'm forgetting.
God only knows now.
God only knows. Ask the answer. Oh, Tess.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the sight of God and these witnesses in order to bring together this man and this woman in holy matrimony.
That's what I'm forgetting, isn't it? I forgot to invite you. How can two people be married in the sight of God if they haven't even asked him to the wedding? I'm sorry. I guess sometimes, you know, I just take you for granted. All this work, all the lists, what's it all for without you right in the middle? So Lord, please, bless this day. Bless the couple downstairs, bless their love and the years ahead. And if there's anything else that I've forgotten, something blue.
Into this union, Kevin Abernathy and Allison Miller come now to be joined. Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
I do.
Marriage is an honorable estate instituted by God, not to be entered into unadvisedly, but reverently.
Do you know what's in here?
No, I only know it's going to change everything.
Therefore, if any man can show just cause why these two should not be legally joined, let him speak now, or hereafter hold his peace.
I'm afraid that I do. I'm so sorry, but I think this might make a difference.
My God, the letter from the gas company.
No, it's from City Hall, and it's not a bill. It's personal. I'm sorry I opened it, but it's important. It's very important.
Important enough to stop a wedding ceremony?
Yes, sir, I believe that it is.
Allie, whatever it is.
Forget it, Kevin. I give up. This is some kind of sign or something. This wedding was never meant to be. I'm sorry.
Allison! Allison! Don't go anywhere. Everything's all right.
Allison, wait.
Allison.
Please.
Forgive me for being crass, but do you have any idea how much this wedding is costing us?
Do you have any idea what my daughter is going through?
Do you?
I beg your pardon.
Please. Monica, just tell us who that letter is from so we can get on with the ceremony.
It's confidential.
That's it. I have had enough of this.
Okay, everyone, quiet. Please.
Allison, if that envelope was important enough to stop our wedding, we have to see what it says.
Yes, but wouldn't it be better?
It doesn't matter, Kevin. It's obvious this wedding was never supposed to happen.
Tell me what to do. I mean, tell me what to say. Tell me what you want, and if I can give it to you, I will.
I want proof. I want a guarantee. I want to know that we aren't going to break up like my parents did. I want what you can't give me. I want what my father never gave my mother.
Never, huh?
Allison, your father and I loved each other very much. You were just too young to remember.
This is what we were trying to tell you earlier,
I think telling me now that you loved each other once is going to help me today. It only proves my point. Love dies. I've got to get out of here.
Allison, stop.
Kevin! Please. Please stop chasing her. Haven't you had enough of this girl's histrionics?
Look, I'm terribly sorry that her parents had a messy divorce, but son, do you really want to carry this baggage around with you for the rest of your life?
If it will help her, yes.
Allison!
Have you got the letter?
Yes. I guess it's time, huh?
Let's go, baby.
Allison, wait.
No lectures, please.
I was thinking more along the lines of a hug.
I love you. I love you so much. And it's not that I'm afraid to marry you.
You're afraid of how much you want to. Allison, you love Kevin so much it frightens you. And you want so much happiness with him, you're afraid to even hope for it. But you mustn't be afraid to ask for what's good and right. You just have to know where to go to ask for it.
We're angels, Kevin.
Sent by God. I know it's probably hard for you to imagine, but You've had angels watching over you ever since the day you got engaged right here.
Angels, why?
Because marriage is so important. Not everyone knows just how important it is, but a happy marriage is a gift from God.
If God cares so much about marriage, how come he didn't keep my parents together?
Because they didn't ask him to. You know, today, when I said I thought I'd forgotten something, well, I had. And I'm ashamed to say that I'd forgotten the same thing you had.
What? No one invited God. And he wanted to come. Honest. If you would have asked him, he'd be here. But everybody got wrapped up in wedding cakes and flowers.
Anybody can have a wedding, but it takes so much more to have a marriage. And that's what God wants you to have. And that is what you're going to need.
Allison, you're afraid. You're afraid that if you give your heart and your love to Kevin, that you'll be hurt. And you will. Both of you will. There will be problems, there will be pain, there will be anger, but there will be joy. Such joy.
Your marriage can only fail if you decide that you have to carry it on by yourselves.
God loves you, Allison and Kevin. And he knows that you're here. He knows your past and he knows your future. And if you want him to, you can invite him to your marriage. We can't make that decision for you. But I stopped the wedding this afternoon because this letter came from City Hall notifying you that your blood tests, well, someone noticed an irregularity and they rechecked the results. One of you has leukemia. It's life-threatening and very, very serious. Now, I don't know why you didn't know about this before today, but I do know that God's timing is always perfect. And if you had any question about getting married, or any question about your love for each other, he knew that this would help you answer that. Here, now.
Please, God, let it be me.
No, no, let it be me.
Allison, if it is you,
If it is me, I can't let you marry me now. It wouldn't be fair.
it wouldn't be fair not to. I love you. Till death do us part. Whoever that is. Whenever that is.
I'll be there for you always. I promise.
And I'll never leave you. No matter what. So help me God.
I will trust you with my life and my love forever. So help me God.
Kevin. Will you take this woman, Allison Miller? For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do you part?
I will.
Allison. Will you take this man, Kevin Abernathy, to be your husband? To have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health till death do you part?
I will.
down the road. Heavy burden, heavy load. I will rise and I will walk with you. I'll walk with you till the sun don't even shine. Walk with you every time. I tell you, I'll walk with you. Believe me, I'll walk with you.
Played up your heart condition for all it's worth, and with a little fancy footwork, got the state to let you off for 6 months. Community service.
6 months? Seems kind of long.
James, you broke the law. People go to prison for bribery.
Other people go to prison. I told you he can get me out of anything.
Yeah, but he won't need to anymore, right? You said this would be the last time. You promised.
I know. I'm just telling you how terrific this guy is. He's the best lawyer in the business.
He's also the most expensive lawyer in the business.
Which means he'll be able to buy us something extra special for our wedding present?
Oh, you're coming to our wedding? Any idea when that's gonna be?
Well, you know, I was thinking after this community service thing that maybe you and
James,
I...
the marriage license is gonna run out before we even use it.
You didn't let me finish.
I don't have to. I don't want to hear you make me another promise you won't keep.
I love you, Rachel. I love you the way Bobby Darin loves Sandra Dee. But could he help it if he had a bad heart? Guys like me and Bobby, you gotta cut us some slack. You know, he only made it till he was 37. I could be gone like that, Rachel. I'm living on borrowed time, you know.
I've heard this song before.
But you didn't let me finish. I guess living with me for 8 years would drive anyone crazy.
Well, you better think of something to improve her mood. We've still got the federal charges to deal with.
So?
So, the feds are going to be harder to handle. She knows where the bodies are buried, so to speak. What if they make her testify?
You don't have to worry about Rachel.
Okay. You're the boss. Report to the county hospital tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Community service.
Who's up at that hour?
You are.
James should have been here over an hour ago.
Oh, he will have a good excuse. He always does. But he's about to learn a very important lesson.
There's no use trying to sweet talk Tess, huh?
No.
Hi, Tess. Hey, Monica.
Good morning, Amy Ann. How are you feeling today?
Well, I haven't been coughing as much, but I didn't sleep so good. Too quiet. Jelly donut? Your favorite kind.
A little bit of heaven.
Elvis bought somebody a Cadillac once for bringing him jelly donuts.
Yes, he did. Do you want me to buy you a Cadillac?
Of course not, Tess. Sometimes people just do things for other people because it's the nice thing to do.
Oh, thank you, Amy Ann. That's very sweet. Was there something else?
Please, Tess, can I have my record back?
No. Do you want your jelly donut back?
I promise I won't play it so loud. Monica, help me. I need my Elvis.
Tess, she needs her Elvis.
What she needs is to remember that there are other people on this floor that need rest and not blue suede shoes.
Come on. Everyone deserves a second chance.
Well, I'll think about it.
Selby to outpatient rehab.
You two run along now. I got some serious behind kick.
Hi, I'm James Block. I believe I'm a little early for my 11 o'clock appointment.
Don't even try it.
But you didn't let me finish.
I don't have to. I'm your supervisor. My name is Tess.
Well, Tess, I'm a big boy. I don't need supervisors. Just point me to my office.
Now, let's get a few things straight. First...
Hold that thought, Tess. I'll be right with you. Hello.
James, got a problem. They've just issued a subpoena for Rachel. We can't let her take the stand, so you've got to do something. Now.
Okay, thanks. I'm on it. Aunt Margaret. Yes, I'll be there as soon as I can. I love you, too. It's my Aunt Margaret. She's taken ill. I'm gonna have to go.
Your Aunt Margaret died in Seattle in 1973. Now let's finish going through my rules. You will be on time, you will do your community service, and there will be no more phone calls.
How did you know about Aunt Margaret?
You'd be surprised what I know. Now you got some scrubbing to do. There's a hospital chapel down there that needs some serious elbow grease. Take this. Go. Now, go.
Hello?
Hi, Rachel. It's James. I've just called to say that I love you, and I want you to marry me right now, today.
Just like that? What's going on, James?
I don't know. I think it's just community service. I think it's really working. It's like being in this hospital has opened my eyes to what's really important in life. I now realize how much I need you. Oh, you should see me, Rach. I'm down on my knees in the hospital chapel. It's like for the first time in my life, I'm keeping my promise. Please, Rach, don't let me down.
James, are you sure?
I've never been more sure. Listen, it's 10:30. Meet me at noon, County Hospital. And Rach, I love you, baby.
I love you too.
You better get off that chapel floor before you bruise your knees.
Looks like somebody around here really likes Elvis.
Change the subject. Real smooth.
All right, look. Just do me a favor and keep quiet about this.
What's it worth to you?
Mr. Presley must have a lot of fans in this hospital.
Do not sneak up on a guy with a bad heart. I was just tidying up Tess's desk. A remarkable woman.
Remarkable.
Do you know who you remind me of? My beautiful sister, Molly. May she rest in peace.
You don't have a sister. And Molly, I believe, was your dog.
How do you people get this stuff?
I came in to get this record for Amy Ann because Tess has decided to give her a second chance. Amy Ann, have a surprise for you.
Yeah, here you go, kid. Just like I promised.
Just remember what you promised Tess, okay?
I will. And thanks, James. A pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, your parents must be very proud.
Don't you have somewhere to be?
As a matter of fact, I do. Check you later, kid.
Amy Ann lost her parents 7 years ago. She lives at the St. Vincent Group Home.
Yeah, that must be pretty tough on a kid. So listen, I'd love to stand around and chat about it, but I gotta finish cleaning up the hospital chapel. I want to make it look real nice for Tess. Would you do me a favor? Would you mind popping your head in and make sure I don't miss anything?
No problem.
You're a real angel. What do you say, noonish?
Noonish it is.
The priest that was supposed to perform the ceremony was in a terrible accident. I really appreciate you helping us out.
My pleasure. I'm here every Thursday. I don't do many weddings, though.
Excuse me. Hey, babe, you look great.
I can't believe this is finally happening.
I can't live another day without you as my wife.
Do you have a witness?
Right on time.
We're looking for James Block.
He'd better be in the chapel and smelling lemon fresh.
Thank you.
By the power vested in me by the state of Colorado, I now pronounce you man and wife.
Hold it! I have a subpoena here.
James, what is going on?
Rachel Carson?
Sorry, Rachel Block. And I believe it's not legal for a wife to testify against her husband?
So that's why you're in such a hurry?
Rachel, I love you.
am
The
not a
point of
game
this-
piece for you to move around wherever you need it.
You didn't let me finish.
I don't have to let you finish. This is absolutely the most ridiculous thing you've pulled yet to
Who are you?
date. Oh, don't even try, James. This is without a doubt the most narcissistic, egotistical, are you getting the picture? The most arrogant, manipulative, completely self-absorbed thing. I mean, did you ever think how I might feel about this whole thing? I mean, really, you just take me for granted. I have stood by you for so long, and you do nothing but day after day after day. It's embarrassing, and it's completely humiliating to me, James.
Andrew, his heart. Not yet.
James, what are you pulling now? James! James!
Doctor.
James, hold on. Hold on, James, hold on. You're gonna be okay. Shh, they're calling the doctor now.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid he's gone.
No.
I've got a pulse. Okay, bring in the gurney. Let's start a lidocaine drip at 80 milligrams.
Rachel, don't leave me.
I'm right here, James, right where I've always been, okay? Oh, please be careful. James, hold on, baby. You can do it. Okay.
The guy in the white suit, where did he go?
Shh, baby, just close your eyes and relax, okay?
This is his second chance, isn't it, Tess?
Yes, baby, and everyone doesn't get one.
Amy Ann?
She's gonna need an angel, too.
I don't understand. Am I here for Amy Ann or am I here for James?
Well, who says it has to be one or the other? Right now, Amy Ann and James have something in common. Neither one of them want to face the truth. But before long, they're gonna have to face it together.
Dr. Landy to ICU, stat. Dr. Landy to ICU, stat.
James, calm down. Shh. Be quiet, baby. Come on. I think he was having a bad dream.
Honey, why don't you go home and get some sleep?
Is he gonna be okay?
Hi.
I'm Amy Ann. You must be Rach.
How did you know?
James told me all about you. You can sleep in my room if you want.
Now, that's a good idea. It's just down the hall. Come on, darling.
Thank you, Amy.
No problem, Rach. I'm just gonna hang out here for a minute.
All right. Come on.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Yes, you were. You were praying.
But it's not. So, sometimes I pray a little.
What were you praying for? Another Elvis album?
I was praying for you.
Why?
When you were asleep, you didn't look so good.
Yeah, I was having a bad dream. It was a nightmare. There was this tunnel. And there was this white light. It was so real I could almost reach out and touch it.
Maybe it wasn't a dream.
What do you mean?
They say when you die, you see a beautiful white light.
I didn't die.
Yes, you did. For almost a minute.
I was dead? I always thought that afterlife stuff was a big scam.
You don't believe in heaven?
No. If I did, and somebody up there was keeping score, I'd be in serious trouble.
Maybe it's not too late to change things.
I wonder what it would take.
Thanks, James. I really love these little works of ours.
Believe me, Louise, the pleasure is all mine.
Helped sick lady in wheelchair.
James Block, you just had a heart attack. You should be resting.
No time. What can I do? Who can I help?
Hey, James.
Hey, Mr. Hyde. Hang in there. Looking good.
Well, since you're up, Amy Ann could use a visit.
Amy Ann, what's wrong?
She took a turn for the worse last night.
You know, that's the loveliest shade of blue I've ever seen on anyone's nails.
We can do the other hand later.
Hey, kid. What's going on?
Monica's painting my fingernails.
Blue?
Cool, huh? It's for my birthday party. You and Rach wanna come?
Amy Ann is going to be 14 tomorrow.
Sure, we'll come. I'll bring the cake and the music.
We've got all the Elvis music we need.
I was thinking more along the lines of Bobby Darin.
Who?
Bobby Darin, the greatest singer who ever lived.
Never heard of him.
That's because he died so young.
All right, baby. Time for your therapy.
Is that really necessary?
It's the only thing that'll clear her lungs.
I'll come back tomorrow. Hello, Dixie. Mrs. Lopez?
James, what are you doing up again? I warned you about that yesterday.
Well, there's got to be something else I can do. I've oiled the wheelchairs, I delivered the Jell-O, I even emptied the bedpans.
What about reading to the children?
Well, I did that. Velveteen Rabbit, Winnie the Pooh, Green Eggs and Ham.
Well, don't you think you've done enough?
Not even close. I better go see if Rachel's here with the cake. Morning, Monica.
Hello. Can't believe James, Tess. He seems like a new man.
It's more like an old dog trying to make God think he's learned some new tricks. He's doing all the right things for all the wrong reasons. 1224.
Oh, not Louise. She was getting better.
Cold Blue, room 1224. Go, baby. We got work to do.
1224 staff. Code Blue, room 1224.
You just relax now, Louise. You had a close call there. James recently had a close call, didn't you, James?
You never told me that, James.
Yeah, well, I don't like to talk about it much.
Dr. Pearlstein to cardiac intensive care. Dr. Pearlstein to cardiac intensive care.
So did you see the light?
It was warm. It was so comforting.
You were actually in the light?
It was all around me. I can still feel it. And that wonderful man.
The guy in the white suit.
Yes.
He was about 30, quiet, kind of just stares at you.
He spoke to me. He smiled. He was so kind.
Kind?
He was with me every step of the way.
Hey! I know you. You were there.
Yes.
Louise told me that it was wonderful in the light, that you were with her every step of the way. But what about me? It's going to be wonderful for me next time?
That's not for me to decide.
But I'm doing all these good deeds.
James, if every one of your good deeds was a step to heaven, it would never reach high enough.
So what are you saying? I'm not going to heaven?
It's not up to me. It's up to you.
Don't give me that line. You can't con a con.
James?
The man in the suit.
A white suit?
There was darkness. A big wave of darkness was pulling me in.
Come on, we better get you into exam.
Okay, come on. Hey.
Dr. Ritzman to the pharmacy. Dr. Ritzman to the pharmacy, please.
Baby, you've got to calm down.
Yes, just try to relax, James.
You don't understand. You didn't see it. What are you doing?
Trying to help you.
You can't help me. Nobody can.
What is he so afraid of, Tess? He saw the light.
Yes, baby, but he also saw the darkness. And when people realize there's a choice, things get a whole lot harder.
Doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
James Block, are you shredding documents again?
What's the point, Rach? Good deeds don't buy you anything.
James, what is wrong with you? I ran all over town to get this cake and the present that you wanted me to find.
I gotta get out of here.
James, where are you going? I thought this birthday party was important to you.
You go. I got nothing to celebrate.
James.
You going somewhere?
We're all going somewhere, Tess, whether we like it or not.
Well, what about Amy Ann? You're just going to disappoint her?
When she grows up, she's going to find out that life is one big disappointment.
She's not going to grow up.
What do you mean? I thought she had pneumonia or something.
Cystic fibrosis. She hasn't got long. It's only her faith in God that has sustained her this far.
Her faith in God? You mean her fantasy?
God is not a fantasy, James, and you should know that better than anybody. You've seen his light, and most people aren't given that gift.
Gift? You mean curse? What's the point, Tess? To torture me? God exists, James, but not for you?
You cannot blame God for what you've done with your life.
What about Amy Ann's life? She probably hasn't done a lousy thing in 14 years. And you know what? I got it on very good authority that good deeds count for zip. You know what I learned when I died? I learned that there's light and there's dark, and where you end up is a crapshoot.
That's what you think, huh?
That's what I know.
Well, here's what I know. Whatever's going on in your world can be put aside long enough to help a little girl that's dying.
How many candles?
14.
Okay, and? Amy Ann James is so sorry that he couldn't be here. He's not feeling very well. But he wanted me to tell you that next year.
I'll tell her myself.
James, now it's a happy birthday. I'm gonna have my birthday cake in Graceland next year. You guys wanna come?
Next year? I don't know.
We're just in time for the candles.
No singing. I just wanna make my wish. Actually, it's kind of a prayer.
A birthday prayer. That's a lovely idea.
Sure, I'll help you, Amy Ann. By telling you the truth. You're dying.
James!
No. That's not true.
It's the God's truth, and one of the worst part is God knows and he doesn't care.
Stop it, James.
I've seen the light, and I've just told Amy Ann the truth. That's more than her God will ever do for her.
I thought God was watching over me.
He is, sweetheart.
I thought he was gonna make me better.
Yeah, well, God's the biggest con artist of them all.
Leave now. Go, go.
How could you do that to her?
I told her the truth.
That her faith is a waste of time? That there is no God?
Well, there's definitely a God, Rach, but he's nobody to put your faith in. He's a jerk, and only a loser puts faith in a jerk.
Maybe you're right. I stayed with you for 8 years on faith, hoping that one day you'd become the man I knew you could be. But today, you took that away too. I pray to God I never see you again.
Oh, God. No. You can't have her. No!
James.
I'm not gonna let you take Amy Ann.
It's her time to move on.
To what? Don't lie to me, I know.
No, James. I don't think you do. And I'm sorry. James. Are you okay?
No. How did you get that? I tore that up.
We're angels.
The both of you?
And Tess, too.
Pushing a woman in a wheelchair. Reading to the blind child. Buying a birthday present for Amy Ann. My, it's no wonder you were angry. Doing all these good deeds and the angel of death wouldn't even give you the time of day.
Give me that.
Don't you think you deserve bonus points? I mean, after all, Amy Ann is dying and you were good enough to tell her.
Why does she have to die?
Dying isn't what you think it is, James.
I know what it is. I saw it. I saw the light. The light is heaven and the darkness is hell, and that's where I'm going.
Hell is separation from God. It's an eternity without light. If you were on your way there, James, God wasn't sending you, you were sending yourself.
But I've been trying to turn it around. Why can't God give me credit for all the good things I've been doing?
Because you weren't doing these to honor God. You were doing them to get into heaven.
So how does anybody get in?
James, If every good deed that you do was a step to heaven, then...
I know. I'd still come up short. So what's the point if no matter what I do, I can never reach high enough?
You didn't let us finish.
People are always trying to build a stairway to heaven, James. Some are like towers, and some are just a few steps high. But there has never been one that was quite high enough to reach all the way to God. That's when a soul has to stand on the very top step and call up and say, here I am, lift me up the rest of the way. And God hears you, and he reaches down, and he takes you home.
That's what God's mercy is. He doesn't give you what you deserve. He gives you what he wants you to have. The best of everything. Because God loves you. All you have to do is ask. So, it really is up to you.
So there is a heaven for me.
Yes, and it's more beautiful than you could ever imagine.
And I can get there?
You can start right now. Who do you think God is?
I don't know.
Well, God knows that. And he knows that you weren't ready to walk into that light. That's why he gave you a second chance. A chance to know him. When you stand in front of God, wouldn't you rather see the face of a friend than that of a stranger? A friend, a father, counselor, a confidant, a guide.
You know the light that you saw, James? That's just the beginning. Wait until you see what comes after that.
Okay, so how do I become friends with God?
God has given you a second chance, James. Take it.
Dr. Taylor to respiratory intensive care. Dr. Taylor to respiratory intensive care. Candace Edwards, please check the message board and blood donors.
I've used everybody my whole entire life. I even used you. And I used your name in vain. But I don't have to tell you that. I tried to build this stairway, you know, and I got maybe 2 steps on it. It must look really pathetic from where you sit. But, the angels, they told me that, that prayer can reach higher than stairs. So I am calling out to you to come and get me. Because I can't go any higher, not without you. I know that now. Look, I know I'm no good. All right? But if there's anything I can do, anything that's worth it, just use me. I guess you don't answer right away. That's okay. Because I'm just gonna walk on out of here and I'm gonna see what happens. Rach, what are you doing here?
Having my prayers answered.
somebody else who deserves to have her prayers answered too. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I know that I gotta go be with her. Amy Ann?
Amy Ann, James is here.
I'm sorry, Amy Ann. I made a terrible mistake.
You're right. I'm gonna die.
I brought you a present.
Here, let me help you. Oh, look at that. Graceland. It's beautiful.
I figured if you couldn't get to Graceland just yet, I'd bring Graceland to you.
I'm not going to Graceland, James. And you know it. Can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
All my life I've been praying to God. All my life. And I believed. I really did. But now when I need him most, I'm scared. I mean, what if I die and there isn't a heaven? What if I die and there's no God? What if there's nothing but darkness after all?
God is waiting, Amy Ann. There's more. I know, I promise. I've seen a little piece of heaven.
You know, James, you can't con a con.
It's okay, lie still, darling.
Listen to me, Amy Ann. I'm telling you the truth. God loves us. I know that now. If you can't hold on to him, ask him to hold on to you. Come on, Amy Ann. Ask him. Ask him.
Please. Hold on to me.
Isn't there anything we can do?
You're doing it.
James.
There's a beautiful light. All you have to do is walk toward it.
I'm so tired. I can't make it all the way.
You don't have to. Just go as far as you can, and he'll take you home from there.
Hello, Amy Ann.
I love you, Amy Ann.